people are in the chat who know who I am. I never know like who's still like
you're
the
famous.
Run Button fandom.
I think it's just your own fandom. It's just you. It's just that you have a Let's Play channel that's good.
Well, I'm just my brand is being on other people's stuff, so I don't ever have to edit audio or video, and it's been working out pretty good.
That's a good brand. It seems really nice to be able to sort of be online but not have to actually do the work.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah,
hey, Kyle's back.
Hi.
Although now I could get back into it. My work situation was not good for a long time where I didn't have any time to edit anything, but now I think I could do it.
Yeah, or you could just do some like really low effort bullshit where you just have to listen through it once to make sure there's no blank spaces and put that up.
Hey.
Yeah, I just have to do it perfect the first time, and then it's fine. I don't have to edit it.
That's our.
All right, you guys, shut the fuck up. We're enjoying this thing. Just for anybody just joining us who might be watching this after the fact on our Mario playlist who doesn't know what's up, we're doing a 24-hour live stream marathon right now.
And we already did it, and it's over, and we're really sorry that you missed it, idiot.
And the theme is trying to finish our Let's Plays. So we're here, Mario Sunshine. We're going to try to, at least make some progress.
Yeah. And, we're doing this so that people will go to our Patreon and check it out and maybe consider supporting if they haven't supported us in the past.
We're here with Devious Vacuum.
Hi.
Or DVAC. Are we still not saying your real
or
name?
DV.
Is that like a thing that we're doing?
I mean, I guess I feel like it would be weird at this point if anyone called me Jill.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It honestly, it would be super fucking weird.
Like when I hang out, I went to see Austin and Allie and Gita and folks in October, and they called me D-Vac to my face.
Yeah.
So
is that weird?
To me, that's what's weird.
I don't know.
It depends on the person.
If you know someone for years as DVAC, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm seeing your face, so I have to use a different name for you.
Yeah, and it's like here we're at this restaurant paying for food, and you can see my real last name on this credit card, so it would be weird.
You keep doing it. You keep showing me your real name on your credit card. Just holding it up. Look, read it.
It was weird the first time when I first went to PAX for the very first time and met some folks like Panzer and Ragni and these folks in real life. It was a little weird to be like, okay, are we still going by nicknames? But then, of course, like someone like Panzer of No Goblin Studios is just such a Panzer. Like you would never call her by her real name.
You're like, you just seem like a war machine.
Someone in chat just said, "Yeah, Kyle loves blowing people's real names," and it's not so much that like I get something out of like destroying people's anonymity. It's just I just think it's weird to not call people by their names.
Yeah, Kyle just thinks it's weird to not call people by their real names, and so in his spare time he doxes people.
Hey, listen, I think if people's information is out there, it deserves to be published.
It deserves to be published, yeah. Kyle's actually with us today from an embassy in the UK.
Yeah.
He's scratching his face.
Yeah, I am.
That's like the weekend.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, then I was at MagFest and I met Miko in the chat is like I always call them by their username, and it's true. Miko, if we met at a con, I would call you Miko. It would be very difficult.
Well, Miko also sounds like a name.
I do hang out with Kubo whenever I go to San Francisco for work, and I do just call him Ryan in real life. Ryan and Kevin. I don't call them Kubo and Top Cal.
Yeah, but I think it really is just that Miko sounds like a name that someone would have. Versus, like, Devious Vacuum is not anyone's name ever. That's never been, like, this
we
is
can only hope.
Yeah, like, hey, my name's John, and this is my son, Devious Vacuum Jones. I forgot about these fire guys.
I remember this place. Yeah, there's a race here. I remember that. I remember trying really hard at this race.
I asked you forever ago when we first finally decided on a day for the marathon if you had a game in mind that you wanted to be on. And you said Super Mario Sunshine, which is surprising.
Keith, you're hurting my ears. Bro.
There's no way that I'm hurting your ears. This is the same volume.
You're putting me in a state of discomfort. Is that fair to say?
I still think no. I don't think that's fair. I mean, it's fair to say, but it's expressing an unfair feeling.
They're saying the Devious Vacuum is the friends of the table
It's
NPC.
official now, guys. My feelings are unfair.
Yeah. Do you want me to back off of the mic, or do you want me physically to be quiet?
Physically. I don't know. I have no idea what you sound like on the screen. Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, just do that.
Do you want me to start like rattling cups too?
Anyone have any idea what I'm supposed to do?
Chain Chomplets Unchained.
How is that?
Here's the thing, though. We totally forgot. Every time we've played this game so far, completely forgot about this. We bought a player's guide, so we have one over here.
We do have one.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And the thing was,
I was ready to look it up, though.
what was funny was someone, and this is a little bit on them because they did it as a surprise, but they're like, I'm sending you something to your P.O. box, and it's something that'll maybe help you with one of your Let's Plays. And it turned out they sent us a Sunshine Player's Guide, so we have two now, because we never remembered to tell people that we bought one.
Oh, that's funny. That's also, I'm sorry that you did that. I'm glad that you thought of us, though. Who was it? Do you remember who it was? Oh, Kyle has to go get the player's guide because we again forgot that we had it, I think. So I was going to ask D-Vac, how come you immediately decided that this was the game that you wanted to be on?
I thought, okay, what's going to be one where they need to, stay positive? It's going to be frustrating. If they have someone on who's just telling them their shit at games, then it's not going to be fun.
That's fair, but I don't hang out with anybody that tells me I'm shit at games.
Here we go. When a chain chomplet scurries its way near the pond at point A, soak the runaway pet until it turns blue. Before it has a chance to heat up, press the B button to grab its tail. Keep the B button pressed down as you move the control stick
near the lake.
Oh, and point the chain chomplet's head at the pond. Pull on the chain chomplet's tail, and then release it to launch them into the pool. Dunk all 3 chain chomplets to win a Shine Sprite.
Okay, well, it's not award-winning prose. It's a little bit dry. Could you spice it up for me? Yeah, could you spice it up for me? I thought you were trying to grab the controller. I don't even see a lake.
I will. You wanna?
I'll give it another sec. Does it show you where the lake is?
Oh, Austin's here. Hi, Austin.
Hey, Austin.
It's probably that right there.
It's probably that. Okay. What was the thing to do?
It was, you have to spray them with water so that their flames go away. Then you grab their tail, spin them around to point them towards the lake, and then you pull back on the tail to fling them towards it.
Oh, that's not so complicated.
No.
It's, for whatever reason, the first time you read it, I was like, this sounds like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
God, so many things in this game are like, you have to perform this kind of tedious task, and you have to do it multiple times, each time more annoying than the last.
And you have to do it perfectly. You can't.
Yeah, and if you fuck up, you get hurt. Yeah.
And if you get hurt, Mario looks at the camera and does a mug at the camera. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I don't want to be here either.
Yeah, this is a game for children. Come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I also picked this game because when I was a kid, me and my brother 100%ed this game.
Nice.
100%. That's as high as
all
you
the blue
go.
Coins.
Wow.
Sounds like 100 is a perfect score.
Oh, it's the highest.
Well, some say it's just the highest.
That's that quick run button wit. That's what people pay for. And you too can pay for this.
Hey Keith, why don't you go get a chain chomp?
I was waiting for one to come and get at me, and I just assumed that it would have been faster. And then I assumed that there's no way that it could keep being so long of a time.
Oh, hurry
I feel
up.
like you spend so much of this game just cleaning.
I think you did it. You did it. Did you do it? You did it.
Nice. Now what?
Now do the other two.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, no, your turn.
Okay. Jesus. Oh, Cheez-Its.
Oh, man. I really thought one and done for that one.
That's a really silly thing for you to think.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of wasn't thinking.
In another game, that would be enough.
Fucking think.
Yeah, for real.
In what other game would it be enough?
It takes a lot to lead this guy to the water. And then to make him drink is a whole other story.
I feel like, maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like the Galaxy stuff is, there's stuff that's like really, that can be tedious, but it's very like, go to this place, do this thing, and then you're done. Like,
yeah,
it's not like, oh, do this 100 times.
Galaxy is very streamlined compared to this game.
Yeah. You know what I should do is I should like tweet out that we're still going in case someone was like, they probably couldn't last more than 6 hours.
Did they drop dead? Yeah, they probably couldn't.
They probably died. I thought that they maybe couldn't physically do this.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, didn't someone say like, how are you gonna physically do this?
Although I never understood if that was about specifically doing the marathon. Which is funny because I just sort of assumed that 24-hour marathons of video games were old hat at this point. They really fly, huh?
Whoa.
Wow. Nice shot. Kyle, you're an A shot.
Bada bing.
Only 2. Oh, no, you got all 3. Okay.
Yeah, I actually think... well, I guess Extra Life is a thing now. So, yeah, I guess 24-hour marathons are kind of old hat.
24-hour Unfortunately, 24-hour marathons became old hat after the first time we did one. Like, immediately after.
You guys are just trendsetters, you know?
We are really trendy.
We really are.
Super trendy. And that's always how I've described myself, as trendy.
When you guys were talking about Run Button being 7 years old, I just had a flashback to Run Button arriving on the Let's Play sub forum, being like, hey, we're going to do this for money, and how everybody got so mad.
Yeah, and then everybody decided that maybe money sounded okay.
Yeah, God.
I mean, there was, 2 years in between us arriving on the forum and us doing a Patreon.
Yeah, that's
At
true.
least 2 years. Maybe 3.
It was like 2.5 or 3. Because we started the Patreon in the spring and we joined in the fall, so it would have been 2.5 years. Although I do feel like us joining Something Awful happened 6 months ago, and then us leaving Something Awful happened 3 months ago.
Oh, I feel like that I feel like speaks to the difference in our experiences, our life experiences since then, because I feel like that was a lifetime ago. Like, I'm just like, who even was that person? I don't even, know that life anymore.
Yeah,
Kyle, can I ask you, normal questions? Like, how's Amy Rose? How's she doing?
No, you can't.
Amelia Rose is doing good. She's adorable. She's
in your profile picture
wonderful.
Now. She looks like a whole, real person now instead of a baby.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It's
a real
weird.
person instead of a baby.
Yeah.
She's about to become a 3-nager. That's a thing that people say about 3-year-olds.
3-nager? Who
Yeah.
says that? Parents with 3-year-olds?
Yeah.
And what do parents with actual teenagers say to that? I like this plum man.
Where are we going, man?
I like that the plum man can do a dive too.
Ah, fuck, no. No.
Oh, boy. Oh, and there's bees now.
Oh, there's bees now. Forget it.
Are you, Kyle, are you afraid of bees?
No.
No? What's your most scary insect?
Brown recluse spider.
Oh, yeah? Why'd you hear
That's a
about that
good
on a podcast?
No.
No?
I'm just like, we're not in a brown recluse zone, thankfully, but it is the most venomous spider in North America.
That's true. And they have a gross wound. You can look that up on YouTube if you want.
Don't.
Doctors popping brown recluse spider bites is really gnarly.
Oh, God.
And,
Yeah, if you've graduated from zit popping YouTube, you're graduating from zit popping YouTube right up to brown recluse popping YouTube. It's a bad town to be in. You don't want to be in that town.
Boy.
Because do you know the other thing the brown recluse is called? its other name?
No, the flesh-eating monster.
It's called the hobo spider.
Oh, I did know that.
Do you know why?
Because hobos give you a really big pus-filled wound?
No, because what they do is...
I'm glad it's
if you leave clothes lying on the floor, they will have a tendency to nest in the clothes, and then you put the clothes back on, and then it fucking bites you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I am in the zone for a brown recluse spider here in Texas, and also black widows, and there's just a bunch of murder insects all over the place. Scorpions, centipedes, the venomous kind.
I one time was talking to Courtney about brown recluses, and she was like really freaking out about it, and I was getting kind of annoyed, because I was like, alright, you don't have to freak out that much about it. And I went to a map, because my plan was to go to the map and be like, see, Courtney, you're not even one of the zones. And she was, and so I was like, put that map away.
It's like, it turns like brown recluse spiders were invented in Georgia.
She was actually like right on the edge, but still.
We live in there too, right?
In a zone?
In the recluse zone?
No, we don't.
We don't? I always thought we did.
There's multiple zones around the country, but we're not in one.
Yeah. We've got black widows.
But that doesn't mean that they can't come up here. We have black widows?
We do have black widows. I've seen them before. Yeah. We also have the incredibly endangered timber rattlesnake, of which I have seen a few times.
Weird.
Yeah, I see a rattlesnake about once a year.
You see a rattlesnake once a year? Who the fuck are you, Bear Grylls?
No, living on the Blue Hills. I lived on... There's a very small range of hills that are sometimes referred to as mountains, called the Blue Hills in Massachusetts. And I grew up on one of the hills, and so in my backyard was like the woods, like real-ass woods. And going walking, I would probably once a year, once every other year, see a rattlesnake. Okay. They're not really dangerous. I mean, they're incredibly venomous, but... Mostly
it's one of these ones.
Yeah, it's one of these. Mostly they just go like, oh, please don't come near me. Please, 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 please. The man with the
here
foot
we have,
must stay away.
Let's see. Rattlesnakes, water moccasins, coral snakes. I haven't ever seen a rattlesnake, but I've seen water moccasins and coral snakes on my family's property, which is another living in the country thing.
What is a water moccasin?
That's a snake. It's a water snake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have some poisonous water snakes around here, but not moccasins. I've seen those too.
Yeah, because when it gets dry, they will. People who live by the water, it'll come up into your house and like hang out in your toilet or something like that.
That's what they say is when the water's dry, it awakes their human bloodlust.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, if you're in the water moccasin zone, you'll hear that all the time. Be careful of the dry weather; it awakes the bloodlust of the water moccasin. Mm-hmm. They say bloodlust a lot in Texas.
What the hell am I doing here?
Oh, they definitely do. That's true.
Yeah, what are you doing? This place looks like it's in trouble.
I would guess you probably have to do something about all the ooze.
Yeah,
see what's going on with that.
I don't have my water pack.
I'm sorry to tell you, this is not just any ooze. This is lava.
Oh, whoa. The floor is lava.
Yeah,
wow.
The floor.
I've heard of that game.
It's actually a slightly more boring version of the game called Most of the Floor is Lava.
Oh yeah, where's your... I'm like 5 seconds behind on the stream, so I don't want to like talk too much about what's going on.
I'm sorry, I can share the screen with you. I'm sorry.
Okay, if that works.
Yeah, I just forgot to. Hold on one second. Hey, Churchill, you never closed the lid on this cooler.
Oh, who fucking cares?
What do you want? Warm drinks in 18 hours?
You know
all the effort for the cooler. You gotta respect it.
Gotta get the bread out of there.
Oh, good. Oh, that's why it's open.
Yep.
PSA out for everyone out there. Bread doesn't belong in the refrigerator.
Well, it does if you want to keep it from going stale.
No, it goes bad faster in the fridge.
Oh, bummer.
Whoa.
Good thing I never do that.
Me either.
The moisture in the fridge causes mold.
Keith says the moisture in the fridge causes mold.
This is an educational stream also. I'm glad that, the folks showing up, seeing some good games, also learning some things.
Serena Beach. Noki Bay. Pianta Village. What do we got here? Oh, boy, this is a fucking long one. Are you kidding me? This is like Shine 1 and 2 in this level were like a paragraph. This is like 10 paragraphs.
Oh, does it have some of that spice I was looking for?
Let's see. Shadow Mario swipes flood from you at the beginning of the level. Since molten goop has flooded the village, you must go underground at point A and work your way to flood near point F. Oh, okay, so I was supposed to go underground. Well, that changes everything, I guess.
Alright, I got the screen share.
Oh, here's maybe a...
Pause the stream. Oh god, I remember this part. I remember falling to my death so many times in this underneath part.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You might not know this about me, but I'm pretty good at video games, so...
Oh, that's right. I expect not to see any of that then.
Yeah. You probably didn't know that about me, but...
Well, I am a longtime Run Button fan, of course.
Yeah, no,
I've seen you be good at video games more than one time.
Yeah, that's pretty generous. Wow. You,
Yeah, I got caught and then I didn't want to knock over my tea stuff.
What a bunch of crap this is. I have to, like, make my way to an invisible point.
Alright, Kyle, pitch me on your mission. Why should I fund this reckless one-man army approach to getting one single shine?
I am not entirely sure what you are asking
I'm
me.
the CIA and you're Mario, and why should I give you $204 million of taxpayer dollars?
Well, you see, sir, I've done this many times before. Some might call me a Sisyphus, if you will.
So, a character of myth?
Certainly.
Kyle, are you concentrating too hard to do a bet with me?
Absolutely.
Cool. Alright. All my stuff is all tangled. Okay, I am set now. I'm good. Ooh, I like this bowling... This slot for a giant bowling ball. What are you doing?
I have to, like, go underground in these places here, and then my water pack is somewhere.
So it was stolen, but we're not doing a traditional...
Yeah, it's unusual.
It's unusual. I like it. I like that it's new.
Sure. I mean, it's certainly better than doing one of those fucking No Man's Land levels.
I like that he sort of efforts with every...
Whoa!
Whoa, cool.
Okay, that's different.
Ooh, and then it, like, is scary how it just drops. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, can't go back. Hope you didn't make a mistake. Oh, that rope looks good. That rope looks like a thing. Nice. This is the part I remember dying a bunch on. Because, like, at some point you have to get here with Yoshi.
Whoa.
Oh, great. Don't make sure not to...
Like, the thing that kills me about this is there's, like, no direction at all. Like, I know from reading the guide that my flood is somewhere in here, but otherwise I would never know that.
Yeah. I mean, at least you get a tightrope walk.
Yeah, good thing, I guess.
I mean, having to jump from thing to thing, I think sounds really bad.
What is that?
That was a...
That's the Yoshi thing.
No, that yellow thing.
Oh.
That's the Yoshi thing?
Yeah, how do you
Yeah,
get a
you
Yoshi
gotta-
from that pad?
No, it's like the fruit. You have to shoot it with fruit juice and it dissolves later. Hopefully not for this one. That would be a lot.
Yeah. But it's Mario Sunshine, so that's sort of like its recipe.
Is that the tagline for the game, Super Mario Sunshine? This is kind of a lot.
This is kind of a lot. We're asking too much.
I mean, there's something to be said for, like, we haven't necessarily been enjoying our time with this game, but, like...
Hey, speak for yourself.
Oh no!
Wow, that was a really unfortunate way to have fallen.
Like we die a lot and get frustrated a lot, but at the same time, I would say we still like playing this more than like any other game that we haven't liked.
Yeah, for sure. I actually kind of like this game.
I mean, yeah, it's...
I think the difference is that I don't have to feel conflicted about not liking this so much versus other Mario games that I'm supposed to like. You know?
Yeah, until I learned I wasn't supposed to like this game, I didn't hate it or anything like that. I was like, oh, I remember that game, I loved it.
Like, you're not supposed to like it, so you feel free to feel however you want about it.
Exactly. Versus something like Galaxy or Odyssey. That's not fair. Galaxy is my favorite Mario game for sure. But 64 or Odyssey, where I'm like not super into it, but it's easier to feel like about this one than it is to feel about a game that everyone says you're supposed to really like.
Well, Mario 64 at this point is kind of like a historical document, right? It's like, oh, this is where these ideas came from.
Yeah.
And of course it's not as appealing now because those ideas have evolved since then.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I didn't like it that much then either. I mean, I had an N64.
What, when you were like 10?
Yeah, when I was, I was like 6.
Did you get it at a time when that game was like contemporaneous?
I had it in like 1998.
Okay, so yeah,
so a little bit after it came.
So it wasn't that you came to it late. You're just broken.
No, I just was not I was a Glover fan.
Wow.
No,
well,
I liked Gex because it was funny, and I liked Banjo-Kazooie because it was like, I don't know, it just seemed more...
Banjo-Kazooie's just too hard.
I was fine with it. I
loved Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, that for me was...
Yeah, I mean, I liked it too. I just never beat it because it was so fucking hard.
Versus this game, where growing up I didn't have any feelings about it because I didn't have a GameCube, except for I got to play the first hour of it, which is the best part, over and over again at the McDonald's that had a GameCube in it.
Oh wow, the GameCube was such an important system in my gaming history. It's
yeah. So what?
Really?
Hard to imagine not having one.
I've told this before, but what happened was I wanted a PlayStation 2, and my dad instead got me a PlayStation 1 with a screen on it, like the PS1 portable. And so when the PS2 came out, I had a PS1. And by the time I was able to get another system, the Xbox was out, and that was cooler and for adults, and they were cool adults that they didn't smoke cigarettes, but they had them. They just chopped off the part with tobacco and flicked the butts, and that's what the Xbox is for.
I mean, what the Xbox really was for, I think, was just for nerds. I think the people that were really into Xbox were really into the idea that it was the most powerful console.
Yeah, well, but that's not how they marketed it. I mean, they marketed it as the most powerful console, but they marketed it as, this is the most powerful console that you get if you're an adult. Did you see those Duke
I was a kid at the time, so I was just I want all the games. Mom and Dad buy me an Xbox.
Yeah. Did you just ask me if I've seen
No,
a Duke
sorry.
controller?
They had the new Duke controller that came out. They did a reproduction of the Duke for the Xbox One.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And so here's the thing. I would like to admit to being tricked by a company that wants to sell me something stupid. Which is that, first of all, I've always liked the Duke. I'm a longtime Duke lover. Kyle knows this. But
yeah,
the new Duke controller, where the sort of plastic Xbox logo was in the original Duke, is an LCD that plays the original Xbox One or Xbox startup.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
God.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing, and I really, really want one. And they're not that expensive. I mean, they're expensive. They're $80, I think. But that's only $10 more than a controller is anyway.
Yeah.
And boy, I want one so bad. It even has the black and white buttons, and I don't think it has...
Oh my god, the black and white buttons!
I know, so dumb.
Here's the thing about... You know what the Duke controller is?
It's really
the Duke
big.
controller is the video game controller equivalent of Mario Sunshine. Where, like, when you think about it, you're like, yeah, I'm into that. But then in practice, you're like, ooh, this is kind of fucking rough.
But I think Mario Sunshine is the other way around, where in theory, it's like, wow, this game is the worst Mario game. What an embarrassing follow-up to a historic game. But then when you play it, and you're like, this is mostly fine, but kind of sucks. Right?
Mostly fine, but kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's
Keith
like...
Carberry.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about everything.
Looking back on it now, I still like really love the art direction and the fact that it's on an island and it's so cute and has all the water effects.
Yeah.
And it's just like what you're asked to do that is tedious.
Yeah, it's the tasks that really suck.
Also, Kyle and I have sort of, I think, both felt...
Fuck, what am I supposed to do here? Fuck this.
Let me try. I think Kyle and I have both felt that the big problem is how there are all these really crucial areas where they ask you to do stuff without the jetpack, but all the movement was designed to be used in conjunction with the jetpack. And so in all of the many times you have no jetpack, it really is hard to control the character.
Yeah, not having a jetpack sucks in this game.
Which is something I would...
like you just found out now, right? Like you can't long jump like Mario 64 Mario to get to that mushroom, right?
That's the other problem with this game is like it set up a really well-defined series of abilities that you had in Mario 64. And then in this game, it keeps some, it throws some away, and then there's like a middle ground where like there is a long jump, but it's a different long jump, and you do it with a different combination of buttons. And I'm left feeling like if you were gonna keep the long jump, why didn't you just keep the long jump? Like, why did you make it weird?
What is it? You've got to hit...
You have to push B and A at the same time, but you kind of have to push B first. Like, the most insane button combination.
All right, so where am I actually going now?
All right. So...
Is it up? It's up one of the trees, right?
This guide apparently wants you to go all the way around to the other side of the island.
Okay, I can do that. I should probably help this Burning Man, right? Or do you think...
can't, you don't have your
can't
fly.
help Burning Man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Already I
dilemma.
forgot. Oh, man, this feels like Attack on Titan.
Pretty fucked up. The game takes your water away, and then it's like, see this burning guy? You can't save him.
You can't save him. It's too dangerous.
Okay, so it wants you to go...
By the way, he was running around right next to some water, so...
Okay, it wants you to go in that hole right there.
Okay. Here I go.
So that was the mistake. My mistake was thinking that the hole they put in front of me would be the one I was supposed to go in.
You fool.
Yeah. Obviously, you're supposed to go all the way around. Duh. This game, it's just like... It's such a shame because... It just doesn't live up to, like, the expectation of Nintendo quality when it comes to its mainline Mario games. Like, it just clearly... It didn't even make launch. It missed launch by, like, an entire year, but even then it still feels really rushed by Mario standards. You gotta climb up real quick.
I was trying to climb up. It wouldn't let me.
I think you had to push A.
Maybe that's what it was. Game over. Oh, I love this part where it's like, do you want to continue or do you want to return to the title screen? And by continue, we mean return to one step after the title screen. How to even get back to the hole? We need the jetpack, right?
What? Yeah.
Oh, now this is fun.
Yeah, that's great.
See, now this is the stuff that keeps things fresh.
You need the...
Says you. Alright, where do I get it?
All the way back where you started.
Everyone in the chat is talking about like their first console and their first games and stuff like that. Aw, sweet.
Really, the console?
My first console was a Super Nintendo.
The console of my first console was the N64, or I guess maybe if you want to count the Game Boy. But
why would you not count the Game Boy?
Because it's the handheld console.
It's the red one.
Technically not what people mean. But the console of my childhood, like the defining console, was for sure the Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say N64, but I guess that one is my one. Like my first console was the Sega Genesis, but I guess the defining console of my childhood is the N64.
It for most people is the first console, the defining console.
N64 was the first contemporaneous console I got. Second use
the
of
N64 was the first extemporaneous console that I got.
What does that mean?
Fuck if I know, man.
I don't know what extemporaneous means.
Ad-lib, right?
Yeah. Come on, man.
You're gonna fuck this up and fall off. Just jump in the thing.
I can get it. There we go.
There
See,
you
how
go.
cool was that? And then I got it.
It was really... Can I tell you?
Yeah?
Very cool.
Scale of 1 to 10?
13.
Oh, don't flatter me. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this and not mess it up. Oh, wow, we have to do that whole fucking thing that you got up to. And then past that, huh? Remember?
What?
Because you, got to those weird mushrooms.
Yeah.
We've got to get to that and then past it. Oh, nope. Not the right hole. Trap hole. Oh, this is a bad way to go. Can I walk on here? Oh, they hate that.
Oof.
Okay, they hate it. But what if I tried one more time and did a better job?
Oh, now you're dirty.
Oh,
Now you're
wow.
dirty,
That's
Mario.
a bad idea. Can I get next?
No, I got it. I'm in it. You can get next, but I'm not done yet. Not by a long shot.
Okay.
Have you ever considered that run button is actually really dramatic?
Of course.
Dvac has. She's watched it.
It's very dramatic.
Dvac's just yes-anding your bullshit.
No, Dvac feels really strongly about this.
Maybe, I mean,
There you go.
There's definitely a lot of drama.
Yeah. That's what dramatic means. Lots of drama.
It's not necessarily
Are you accusing us of
about the
being
game.
drama llamas?
Are you accusing us of not being dramatic, but instead of being melodramatic?
Yes, I am. I don't know if it's an accusation more than just a statement.
It's both. Because I feel like Kyle and I are both level-headed. Look at, I'm covered in burns.
Y'all were talking about earlier that you were gonna shit talk somebody.
Oh, we shit talked that girl's fiance.
Oh no, you were talking about finally spilling the tea on the Andy situation.
Oh no, there's nothing about Andy that we haven't talked about. Like that's
Yeah, I was just, what the fuck? Come on, man.
No!
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Finally got
man.
it.
The spider
You're finally
went
gonna
through
make
the...
it.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, no,
You
there's
have to go so far to restart.
Andy and Andy...
there's nothing to say about Andy. There's nothing that we haven't said about Andy. It just is what it is, really.
Yeah. Well, I'll say the final straw was that Andy was calling me immature and childish for some political opinions, and I was like, I won't abide by that.
Oof.
So that was like the final straw. But up to that point, he's just irritating, and he takes turns making both either Kyle or I mad. Usually not both of us at the same time. And he was I think a lot of people know this if they even remember Andy still. But he was an original member of Run Button. But
back when we were Complex Rockets, it was very much that he was second chair and Keith was like a third chair. Like Keith went away to college, so it became hard for him to be on podcasts. But
Yeah.
like you weren't even on half of the episodes of Complex Rockets, probably.
I feel like I was on probably about half.
Maybe, yeah.
we did like what 50 episodes, 60 episodes,
something like 60.
Yeah. But yeah, and so he was the founding member technically of Complex Rockets, and then when we started Run Button, he was an official member.
Yeah, he was. Andy is on the first episode of the fuck.
Come on, man.
That was ridiculous.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Andy was on the first episode of Run Button podcast.
Yeah, he just like wouldn't. He just kept canceling. He never showed up. So we were like, bye. Until we got a Patreon and we started making money, and then I think he hoped he could be the third member again and get a third of the money, and we told him to fuck off. Yeah.
Of course, it always comes down to money.
It does. But it sucks even more because at the time he was getting like paid a really good amount of money to be a teacher for a subject he didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like hired as a theater teacher or something, and they were like, "We have no Spanish teachers. We need you to teach Spanish." And he said, "I don't know Spanish."
Oh, I could see that.
And then
I had a long-term sub for a whole year for one of my Spanish courses, and it's just like, here, do what's in the book.
Yeah. Yeah, and guess what? None of those fucking kids learned anything, I bet.
I know. I can still read Spanish, and I can sometimes understand it, but I cannot speak it.
Yeah.
I never practiced.
I don't remember how it came up, but I think they were basically talking about the same thing on a Street Fight one time.
Yeah, I can tell you how it came up. I remember.
Oh, okay. I just really liked their impression of somebody like holding open a teacher's guide and being like, okay, so I would say me llamo Jeff.
Yeah, so the Street Fight story, great podcast. You should check it out. If you have to work a job, it applies to it. It's relevant to your interests. But they were talking about how Oklahoma has such a bad teaching situation that they have had to like issue an enormous number of emergency teaching licenses to completely untrained people because they can't hire enough teachers because they don't pay teachers well enough. They all get teacher licenses and then leave the state immediately.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So like the starting salary for teachers is like below $30,000 a year or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. And so that's how the conversation came up of like the teacher learning seconds before teaching.
Yeah.
It's really sad. It's very sad.
Whoa, well, that explains everything.
Oh, you figured it out?
The green mushrooms are bouncy.
All right.
I hope this is the right way.
I hope this is the right way too. I'm gonna add a second guess.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, it's a mystery. God, this whole room is so precarious. It's just a matter of time before like scalding water gets spilled all over the place or something. Oh, okay. I have to get. How do I get down there? Oh,
also, Keith, the chat is talking about Snack Friends, the Snack Boys with Keith and Dre from way back, and I got a Snack Friends tote back when that was on for all 3 episodes, and I still have it. I use it for groceries.
Honestly, I think that is such a fucking amazing design.
Ah, fuck!
Hold on, I've almost got this mic on.
It's an amazing logo, really.
Yeah, I mean that's why I got it. So it's like I can get groceries, and people will think like this is a normal thing.
Do people ever ask you like what Snack Friends?
No, nobody ever asks me.
Okay.
Things like oh, tell me what games do you like? What's your internet presence?
God,
Nobody ever.
I wish nobody ever talks to anybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh.
How are you?
How's it going?
Hey.
How are you guys? How are you feeling? What hour is this?
You know what? I'm doing now that we're playing Mario Sunshine instead of Mario Party 2. I'm feeling all right.
Yikes! That's an improvement.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say.
And it's stunning.
I think that's an improvement. Wait, I may be wrong.
Well, I think
I'm sort of thinking about Sunshine for a second.
Mario Sunshine has a bunch of bullshit in it, but at least it's a game in the traditional sense that it has goals and objectives, and I feel good when I accomplish them.
True.
Whereas Mario Party is just like a gauntlet of sadness.
It's just bullshit. Yeah, fair. Okay, fair. So what else have you played so far?
No! It did it again!
Keith, should I be able to hear Keith, or is he just shouting in the distance?
just shouting.
You should be able to hear him, yeah.
I should.
He's now going, hold on.
I do not.
I have a question.
Hey.
There he is.
There we go. Yeah, so I unplugged this microphone, and when I plug it back in, I forgot that I have to reset the input on voice meter.
That'll do it.
So yeah, I've been talking to you and trying to be real about it, and not just be a weird whisper man.
Austin, I got a question for you that involves your website, culturalmarxism.club.
That's my website.
Yeah. So you probably didn't see me tweet about this, but I had this weird experience the other day where
that is your website. I'm sorry, I didn't know that actually went to Waypoint. That's funny.
we got a bunch. We go to haunted.domains for all of the URLs good people have bought us for some reason.
What is it? Haunted.domains? That's good, because I knew about a handful, but I didn't know all of them.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you guys got some good domains after I got the best one, contentburger.biz.
It's maybe the best one that there's been.
I'm real glad that someone thinks that.
Yeah, I still think it's wild that you don't think it's so good.
And I think it's fun. I just don't see it as like the crazy URL.
Averagebomb.com? That's a good one.
Averagebomb.com is very mean and very funny. I will allow it.
So Austin, recently the other day, I was thinking about, I've been getting back into watching Giant Bomb videos, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wait, you know what? The guys at Waypoint, they're streaming stuff all the time, and I don't watch any of those videos. I should go watch that.
Yes, people should go to youtube.com/waypointvice and watch as many of those.
Oh, maybe that's where I should have gone.
Yeah, youtube.com/video.
So I went to waypoint.zone.
Yeah,
and I clicked on watch,
and
then the most recent video that came up was me and Keith on the 72-hour thing playing Sonic Mega Mix.
I really want to know, Kyle, have you talked to Austin about this already?
No, he hasn't, and I think he just solved the question.
Well, wait, what's the question for you? Because for me, I was saying, Austin was talking to me about this at PAX. He was like, you guys, or not you guys, it was just me. For some reason, no one knows why. It's definitely not because you guys are good. But you're...
That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Okay, sure. But for some reason, that video is the #1 watched video on the Waypoint video thing.
On the Vice video version of Waypoint.
Okay, yes. So the answer to that question is just because it showed up in a Google search.
Well, no, it's because it shows up if you click on watch from our homepage.
It permanently shows up as the most recent
the latest
video.
one, which is not true.
Which is not true.
That's what weirded me out so bad, because all I could think of at first was wait, is this just picking up some old ass cookie of me watching myself from 2 years ago, or what's going on?
No, because I just went and checked, and it is exactly the thing you're talking about.
I mean, I feel real good about that because we advertise ourselves, and it's a good video.
It's a good video.
Very good video.
It's a good video.
It's very funny to be in meetings and have people go we don't know why this is the most popular video on the Vice video player, on the Waypoint Vice video player.
I understand why maybe this isn't a good move for you, but maybe don't fix it. Maybe just keep letting everybody think they're the hottest shit.
Do you know why it's like that?
No idea.
Because the site's broken, it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. We don't even upload new things at this point that are not documentaries or other sorts of special videos to the Vice video player. Everything just goes to YouTube now. So I won't put in a note for them to fix the Vice video thing, but I did just literally go into our backstage CMS and change the navigation from the watch button from going to that page to actually going to our YouTube page.
Aww,
that's fine. And now here's what we have to do: is we have to keep an eye on that video, see if those numbers still go.
See if those numbers change. Because there's a chance those numbers just stay up.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was
right
gonna say I just changed the U in your name to a W because you're Austin now.
Okay, I got you. Good. I got the best URL related thing the other day, which is an IM. I was streaming when this IM came in.
Wait, is it
like an AIM?
Is it pubgetips.info/tips? Because that's funny.
It's not. That's a very funny one. What's great about that one is it goes to a specific article, not just to the website. It goes to a Cameron Kunzelman article. I got a great IM from someone in the InfoSec team at Vice who said, "Hey, Austin, I'm reaching out from the InfoSec team and wanted to make sure that this domain doesn't belong to you guys. It looks like a clone of Waypoint, :space, and then he types in http://mario.nipples.zone/en_us. And then said, if it doesn't belong to you guys, we're going to engage legal to send a cease and desist. And I had to be like, no.
Actually,
it doesn't belong to, it can't belong to anybody. A domain like that belongs to the world, Brian.
Yeah.
But what you need to understand is we have weird fans who love us very much. And the way that they show that to us is by buying us things like mario.nipples.zone.
Do you sort of feel like Elon Musk with people trying to buy you a couch online?
I have never in my life and never will feel like
you're like Elon Musk.
It's because, and do you want to know why that is? It has nothing to do with anything except for that your hair is real.
Wow.
I thought it had to do with the fact that I don't drink the blood of teens. But I guess it's my hair is real.
It's probably, well, I didn't know that you didn't drink the blood of teens, but I did know that your hair is real.
So there's two differences now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I just got my fucking water backpack back.
Nice
Thank
work.
God.
Oh, hey, you did it. Nice job.
Can we just spend the rest of the time making fun of Elon Musk and the tech leaders? Because that's actually one of my favorite hobbies as well, as someone who works in the tech industry.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does it feel for you to be in that industry and dealing with people who just love that guy all the time?
Well, I'm lucky in that the people I work with in the startup that I work for, though it is San Francisco based, there's not a bunch of folks. I can't say that much about it, but we're in healthcare, and folks are not. The people I work with are not like that, thank God. But at the same time, like the CEO went to that event that Jeff Bezos put on by invitation, where they like all go out in the desert and like, I don't know, they put on like a drone show for them and
Rich Burning Man. Rich Burning Man. It's like a Burning Man where like drones are burning people. That's like
and like I couldn't do that. Like I would die. Like I would burst into flames. They would discover that I was poor, and they would be like, "Sorry, you're not 1% enough to be here, and you're executed now."
The collective wealth would just suffocate any of us.
Yo, check out my fucking shine.
Oh, dude, that's a sick shine. That's maybe the best one so far. How did Elon Musk just come up yesterday before, like,
I think you just brought him up.
Oh, I remember what it was. Kyle was talking about how, like, the people that he works for don't care about fixing things that are broken, and so there are some trucks that don't have the backup noises.
Well, you read that other story about the yellow,
I read the other story where Elon Musk didn't like the backup noises, and so disabled them on all of the trucks in the warehouse. And what was the thing about the yellow? That sounds really familiar.
There's no, so you know how the way that you mark things as being like dangerous in like a factory setting is by with the color yellow or with like danger tape. He doesn't like yellow.
Yeah. So hold on. So they replace it with another color, right? And tell everyone that that's the color.
I'm gonna find a quote so that I'm not just bullshitting here.
Okay.
Let's find this good quote.
Very great, safe quote. Really safe quote.
The safest quote. The quote is not in yellow either. So, Elon does not like the color yellow. All right, here we go. Inside Tesla's electric car factory, giant red robots, some named for X-Men characters, heave car parts in the air while workers wearing black toil on aluminum toil on aluminum car bodies. Forklifts and tuggers zip by on gray-painted floors differentiated from pedestrian walkways by another shade of gray. There's one color, though, that some of Tesla's former safety experts wanted to see more of: yellow, the traditional hue of caution used to mark hazards. Concerned about bone-crunching collisions and the lack of clearly marked pedestrian lanes at the Fremont, California plant, the General Assembly line's then safety lead professional went to her boss, who she said told her Elon doesn't like the color yellow. And then, yes, also, in addition to yellow, he doesn't like too many signs in the factory, and the warning beeps forklifts made when backing up.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he's there on the production floor of his own factory all the time.
Well, that's why they don't, because, like...
also, he doesn't like it when people wear safety shoes in the plant.
Yeah. But you know what he does like? He does like when people like roller coasters more than unionization.
Not yellow roller coasters.
Yeah, not yellow roller coasters.
Of course, to be fair, gotta hear both sides. Tesla denies this and sent the journalist, the publication in question, photos of, quote, rails and posts painted yellow in the factory.
Yeah,
listen, we got some yellow things in here.
Yeah,
we got some yellow things.
We got some yellow things. But like, think of maybe how quick is it to send someone out to get some yellow paint real quick?
Oh, not that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, this was for sure always here.
Hired someone on TaskRabbit to bring them some yellow paint.
They Uber Eats some yellow paint.
It's the only way they know how to live.
God, it really is though. Like,
do you know?
Have you been to San Francisco lately?
I've never been.
No.
Yeah, I've never been.
I go there every 3 months for work, and the first time I ever went, I went like a long time ago when I was in college, but man, there's like billboards for programming things, and like there's like a billboard for Dropbox. There's like a billboard for like
billboard
for
Dropbox.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
and it's
so
like advertising it because everybody's a software engineer, and
like instead of like local like accident lawyers, it's Dropbox and Skype.
Oh no,
There's no lawyers.
not a lack of billboards for the accident lawyers.
For Salino and Barnes.
Yeah, it's not like bail bonds here. It's like
there must
software
be
stuff.
There
Amazon
must
Web
be,
Services.
Sorry. There must be some kind of law in Massachusetts against personal injury lawyer billboards, because I never see any until the moment I cross a state line, and it's every billboard.
I can tell you where there is one if you want to see one in Massachusetts. There's one on the border of Massachusetts and Dedham and Hyde Park, the sort of 3 sort of zone there. And it's for Barry Feinstein, attorney at law.
Ooh.
You might have seen his local TV commercials, Barry Feinstein.
Did Barry also pay for this mention?
Yeah. So you can so Barry Feinstein wants you to know that you can support us at contentburger.biz. Please support the Run Button Patreon. Barry Feinstein wants those regularly scheduled Run Button podcasts.
He's a big fan. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, can you go over what the goals are for this thing? What are we doing?
Okay, so my initial goal.
Always good to start a list of a goal by going, yeah, my goal was, haha.
No, it's good. It's good.
It's a good laugh.
Yeah, so my goal was that I wanted to get 50 new or increasing pledges at contentburger.biz, which is the Run Button Patreon. And we're over halfway there, and we're only 6.5 hours in. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
That's pretty good. I'm
going
to increase my pledge right now. That's what I'm going to go
That would be super great. Thank you, Austin. Austin, I can tell, is a real and genuine fan of Run Button, because every once in a while will tell me, oh my god, I'm watching the Sonic Let's Play again.
For the 3rd time. I watch it all. It's not just the Sonic Let's Play.
That's
the only thing the only thing I'm really far back on is Silent Hill, because I mostly watch Run Button stuff when I'm going to bed.
Oh, and it's spooky.
And it's spooky.
Yeah,
it's so spooky.
It's really
Have you seen that game?
Yeah.
That game is spooky.
Yeah, I promise. We've seen everything.
Oh
there.
yeah, I've heard of it.
So I want to maybe talk really quick about the some of the bonuses if you're one of the people that have $25 or $50 a month, and you want to give that to Run Button, I guess it's $25 or $65 at this point. But both of those levels.
Angel Island Investor is a very funny.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
Yeah, thank you. I knew I had something when I thought of it. It just sort of came out of me, muse-like.
Yeah.
I just opened my mouth and out it came.
Yeah. But both of those levels get a reward for Courtney draws art every month, and that art goes on posters or postcards, like sort of letter sized or smaller that I send out every month. And the one that is a little bit late, that is going out after this marathon, is us being crushed by sort of Schoolhouse Rock style lettering that says Silent Hill, accompanied by a bunch of little cartoon monsters. And the $50 and above donors are getting that same logo, but without the extra creatures, on a T-shirt. That is
nice.
Yeah. So
the best
How do
one.
you do the logistics for that stuff? I always wonder about these
we
things.
don't.
Like, do you have to hand mail all of these things? Like,
Yeah,
you write the people's address down by hand.
yes, that is well. With the T-shirt, Spreadshirt does the mailing part, but I do have to type in the address. But for the pictures, and Kyle does. Kyle, do you want to talk about the game carts that you're sort of taking a break from?
I am no longer doing those, so I don't think it would be worth talking about.
You don't think you'll ever do them again? You don't think it'll be a nice thing?
Not in my current. I don't think so. I don't know.
But you did mail them out.
I did mail them out.
Okay, so Kyle mailed out his mystery thing, and I also mailed out the posters.
The posters were your mystery thing? Do you both have mystery things?
No, Kyle doesn't want to talk about what he used to do.
Gotcha.
So that's the mystery thing.
Well, yeah. Every month I would send out a new ROM hack game cartridge.
Right.
But
I remember watching you make those.
It ended up being so much more work than I really realized, and then
Let me tell you, it always does.
it always does. I know.
Yeah.
But what really happened was I had a lot of space in a nice house before, and now I live my entire life is squeezed into a bedroom, and there's just no room for doing that kind of stuff anymore.
That's fair.
Plus, I ran into
that.
I ran into a ton of technical issues with the last batch of cartridges I put together, and it crushed my soul.
Yeah, there's always the risk that for whatever reason this cart just doesn't work.
Right.
And then I have a slightly easier to deal with problem where I go through Courtney to help design sort of what the picture is going to be, but I don't give her any sort of artistic direction usually, because I really like the stuff that comes out with minimal
really
stuff.
Her natural vibe.
Yeah. It didn't used to be that way, so Courtney has really, really improved as an artist, because we used to have to be no, that's not even close to what we meant when we saw a sketch. But she's so good now that all I have to do is give her the idea, and I like everything that comes out.
My favorite one that she's done so far was for Valentine's Day. It was just a heart in front of our horrifying looking Sonic Forces character, and it said, "I'll Sonic Force my way into your heart."
Just this sort of dead-eyed Sonic doll. Yeah, it's really disturbing. But also perfectly realized.
Yeah.
So what the fuck was I talking about, man?
Dude, I get you.
Yeah.
Those are the rewards. It's great.
Rewards?
You should up your pledge amount
Perfectly
and
realized.
also donate.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, so I don't tell her what colors or anything to use. So what'll end up happening is this is a really great design. I love this. There's so much orange here that printing out 12 of these is going through 2 full ink cartridges, which costs $35 each. Which is why I actually started sending out the smaller ones, which has really helped. Not have to spend $60 a month on ink.
Right. I have a question about your goal. Your goal is to get 50 increases or new subscribers.
Yeah.
Patrons. is an increase going from one tier to another, or is it any amount?
Literally any amount. So if you...
That's an important distinction.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So originally my idea was that it would be another tier, and I was gonna add a $15 tier.
Sure.
And I couldn't think of anything that would go there, and I tried really hard, but I couldn't think of anything that I liked that I think we would be consistently comfortable doing.
Right.
So, if you're at $9 and you want to upgrade to $15, maybe something will eventually go in that spot, and you will just start getting another reward. But if you want to go from like 9 to 10 or 9 to 12 or whatever, that's totally fine. 6 to 9 is a great jump because
that's a big jump. That's like meaningful in terms of what you get to.
Yeah, because you start getting access to
Yakuza.
Or you start getting access to whatever our current ongoing patron Let's Play is, plus access to on voting for the next one when we get to that.
Right.
But yeah, so I figured for like not like people at $9, there's kind of nowhere for you to go without committing to $25, which is a huge commitment.
Right.
And I appreciate all of the people that are at that level and above. Yeah, any upgrade. And I actually don't know how many people have upgraded their pledges because there's no super easy way to get to that info. But we are at 30 out of 50 just new donors, which is
wow.
Great. Like we might have already passed the goal. I literally don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, so I think we're very pleased. Did you say Austin or awesome?
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. People get that confused all the time. It's true. I'm curious for everybody here because I'm sure like some people watching now have been like, hey, my friend said I should show up and watch this. This seems cool. For everybody, but like actually especially DVAC as someone who has been in the LP community for a long time, if you're like if the new people are watching Run Button stuff, where should they start? What do you think is the best intro to what Run Button is?
That's such a hard question because when we started we were young and worse.
Yeah. And like
Fair. I don't know if I want to just be like the beginning of the Sonic
It's
LP
hard.
because maybe that's not actually the best place.
I just kind of feel like the Sonic LP is mostly fine, and we weren't like edgelords, right? Like we weren't bad people.
No.
We were
you were young.
We were young and stupid. Especially I was 8. I just turned like 18. And we had been doing Comics Rockets for a few years, which we started when I was.
Oh my god.
Kyle's upset. We started. Oh, someone said Arctic Alive. That's a good one for people that listen to Friends at the Table.
is a good Friends at the Table crossover.
I don't recommend that one.
I actually so this year, really the past like year or so, my parents have been asking me more and more about like what I do for fun with my friends, and so I actually showed them some of the Arctic Alive LP to like show them like what are some of the things that my friends do, and like
did they laugh when we said get ready? Did that
they thought get ready was funny. They totally got that was funny. They made it like a good deal into the first episode, and they're like, these people don't know how to play this game.
No one does. That's
what I said. I said no one does. That's why it's funny. And they were like, I think I would rather see someone good at playing a game.
I can't believe that like totally uninitiated video game people are still like, these guys can't play this.
I know. I was like, who are you gonna say?
Let me tell you something real quick.
Yeah.
It never stops.
Yeah, man. No, I get it. I mean,
yeah, but like, yeah, I think that's the thing is, for most people, they're so used to. Good, perfect timing on that one, by the way, Keith.
Sorry, I got really thirsty. Red Skull.
I think most people are so used to like with sports and stuff of like the point of watching it is that you're watching somebody who's like has the most skill in the world at something.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it's
And
really
they love
hard
it
for
when I
them
show
to
them
get the
speed
idea
runs.
that like
Yeah.
like I have to explain that to people when I'm like if I try to explain Let's Plays to people, they're like, oh, so you're like amazing at games. It's like, no, like we're kind of bad, but that's why people like it.
Yeah,
like it's
right.
funny.
That comes up at work a lot. With like,
Yeah.
I'd love to come on the stream, but I'm sure you guys would just kick my ass. Like, we're terrible at this, actually.
Yeah, I sort of get around that, and I kind of get annoyed when people say this to me, which is, I guess, unfair for me.
Oh
like,
my god.
that sucks. Oh, you got it? No. Oh, man. Are you guys getting the, you guys are not getting
Not
the
at
stream
all.
share anymore.
Not
Oh,
at
no,
all.
it's spinning.
It's spinning. Okay,
I'm looking at the stream.
I think that happened when I added you, Austin. Let me try to fix it. Oh, Discord froze.
That's
Okay,
okay.
I didn't
let's
notice
give it a sec.
I think I was like, I don't have an answer for this either, because I don't like I watch everything, so it's hard. I think the RE7.
Austin?
Uh-oh.
People?
Everyone.
I turned on screen share and everyone died.
Hello.
Oh, hey,
Oh, no.
back.
I can see it. There we
I
go.
can
And now the signal is
feedback.
out of range on the stream.
I can hear
What happened?
everyone.
No.
Maybe let's do this. Let's turn that back off.
D-Vac, can you hear me?
Wait,
Yes.
wait. No,
Weird.
don't do
We
that.
can hear each
Don't
other.
you stop
They just
sharing
can't
your
hear
screen?
us.
No, I can hear you.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't hear you for a
Okay.
second and it came back, but then the stream thing went off.
No,
Hmm.
all I needed to do was unplug the HDMI and plug it back in.
Okay. Wait, which one? I'll do it.
Well, put screen share
Getting back to the first run button thing to go to, someone in the chat said Sonic Adventure, and I thought that was a good one.
That's a
'cause
good
Sonic
one.
Adventure was the one that I was watching while I was on a plane and next to a child, and a child was watching along with me, and her father was concerned. And I was like, oh, I'm listening to a podcast, and this is just a video that it's over, and it should be fine.
Yeah.
And
That's sort of this is weird. Maybe I'll delete the source and then re-add it.
Wait, no, because that's not. It's coming from Rec Central.
No, Rec Central's not on. We're not using Rec
making the
Central.
signal be in range. Like, when we bring the signal closer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good point. Austin says maybe try moving the signal closer.
I've been playing a lot of BattleTech lately.
And then do.
Oh, try deactivate and then reactivate.
And then it's probably the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great.
wow, we got some folks in the chat saying this is my first run button thing.
That's
That's
great.
pretty cool.
Knuckles Chaotix is the #1 single thing that people should
Oh
watch.
yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. Like I can't have an opinion about this because I feel like for
This is a touchy subject.
with the new stuff, it's like it feels like, oh, you can't jump in there because it's like there's so much stuff that we've done before that. But then like anything that's older than like a year or something, I'm just kind of like, that's garbage. We were young and stupid and bad at
Sure.
stuff.
Fair. Yeah, I get that.
So I like the thing that I love about Knuckles Chaotix is that it has the Digimon world feeling of like accidentally stumbling into
Yes.
something that's way bigger than you thought it was.
100%.
And that's a great place to Digimon World is great because it has an arc to that, and then for Knuckles Chaotix, I mean, this is fine. We're splitting hairs. It's a great place to start. But also, I'm like, maybe get a sense of what things are like before that, and then feel the feeling of diving into something totally unexpected.
Right, because like at that point, you played a bunch of games y'all have already played a bunch of times before.
Yes, exactly.
And so going from like, oh yeah, Sonic 3, you know so well that going from that to Chaotix is a really fun thing. And then Chaotix, then the stuff with the loading or the you have to restart the game a bunch of times. It's very, very
we had
funny
to
and
restart
good.
the game.
And it was funny,
Also,
and
I
we were
wanted to reference
expecting
that
it to
joke.
be dumb. We were expecting it to not be interesting, and then we're like, oh, this is actually really interesting to play.
There's like weird stuff going on here that's
Yeah.
worth paying attention to.
Yeah.
Totally. I was saying before the video cut out, I think the RE7 one is pretty solid and recent. So like, y'all are the
that's
people
true.
you are now.
I would.
Here's the thing I like about it: you go through the same arc in 7 episodes that you get from
hating it,
like
or
loving
interest.
it,
We're interest.
hating
We're
it.
like, Yeah, then disappointed that we don't like it and frustrated. Which is honestly, it's a necessary piece. This is the DNA of Run Button is like the parts where we're disappointed and frustrating are the worst bits, but it's a necessary piece of the broader picture of like watching us experience an entire thing.
Right. Also, sometimes games are bullshit. I'm going to put it out there. Sometimes a game is bullshit.
And sometimes it's bullshit when someone tells you a game is really cool and then you don't like anything it's doing.
I think I've recently just come to realize that like the formula is like if we haven't like regardless of how good the game is, if we just haven't played it before, if we haven't played it on our own before we do a let's play of it, we'll probably not like it. Like,
fair.
I think maybe the experience of going through a game blind isn't great for us, even though I guess people like it or something. But like, universally, like if I do a let's play of a game I've done before on my own, like I usually just have a really fun time doing it.
I like the idea that listening to a whole let's play of Run Button or watching it, whatever, it has parts that suck, but that's part of it. I don't know. It's hard to like.
I kind of know what you're saying.
Yeah, we just kind of don't. I don't know that there's a lot of people left that are doing Let's Plays the way that we do them. Where we're just like, let's just do this for 100 fucking hours until we're dead.
Oh my god!
True.
After all that, my reward is one of these. Fuck me.
Yeah, we suck.
Someone was talking about deciding to donate, even though they haven't done a lot of Run Button stuff before. And Joe P says people should jump in, or you should pony up the $9 right now and dive into Shenmue. That's a great.
That's a good one.
Shenmue is so good, and I'm saying this as someone who's watched multiple Shenmue LPs before. I love Shenmue. I love Run Button.
I love that Let's Play, but I don't want to discourage you from giving us $9 a month, but if you want to dip your toe in, that is actually available at $6 a month now.
Look at that.
Previous,
get ready to get chucked.
Yeah, completed Let's Plays for patron only Let's Plays are at $6. The current one is at $9.
Check out this guy.
Okay, let me look at this guy.
I'm a chuckster.
This guy's a chuckster. This guy's a total chuckster, born and bred. Well, that guy is for sure. Sorry, it was.
No!
Specularian, not Joe that said that. Let's see. Maybe we should check to see if anybody gave us a message. That's what. That's the fucked up thing
about the Shenmue Let's Play is.
What is it?
Some of the goofs are so funny that I forget that they're not funny
part of the game.
They're not.
Yeah.
Fruit is Grape. That game doesn't give a fuck about Fruit is Grape
at all.
But I care so deeply about Fruit is Grape. Like I will make a Fruit of Grape reference to somebody. I'm like, what the fuck?
What are you talking about? Like Shenmue's my favorite game. You're like, Fruit of Grape. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And they're probably like, that's not even the best flavor in the vending machine.
Right.
To me, like that is what I'd love to see is if someone came up to me and said, hey, I'm a huge fan of Shenmue, I fucking love Shenmue. Like if I say Fruit of Grape to them, will they even know what I'm talking about?
And I guess maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know. But maybe they will. Maybe they know Shenmue so well they're just like, grape soda.
But it doesn't mean the same thing, you know? It doesn't mean like this. I mean, we spent more time.
Dude, we sell Fruit of Grape t-shirts.
I bought one. I almost bought two.
I still need one.
God.
I still need one too. Yeah, that's another one of the really, really well designed shirts.
Come on,
that sucks. This looks like it sucks.
This is bullshit. This is hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier for the most hands on I've ever been in designing anything was the Snack Friends shirt. Which I really like. Shirt. Yeah, so Courtney and I worked on. She drew everything, obviously, but I was like, "Here's exactly what I want and wear," and then she gave me one design, and I made all of the secondary color palettes using Photoshop. And like, I kind of don't care that we only did 3 things of that or 2 things of that because I just fucking love that design so much, and I think it's funny to have a shirt of a thing that you only did twice.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's very Run Button.
It is very Run Button. Yeah.
Dude, you want? Come on. You want to talk about Run Button t-shirts? We have that Digimon World t-shirt that says "Be Praised, bro."
Yeah, the thing that we said that
funny.
one time. I wanted to read this that Rad Skull said 10 minutes ago, but I think my mic was off or something. Rad Skull said, been watching since the Genesis area of the 25 years of Sonic thread on Something Awful. Never subscribed to the Patreon, but changed that tonight. This is to help make up for lost time and then give us another $15.
Oh, wow,
Very
thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. I still eat apples that way, by the way. I eat apples. That's the only way I eat apples.
I mean, I learned so much.
I gave up on it.
It's all there. The other day,
you know what? I'll eat the bottom of the core, but like the part where the seeds are, fuck that.
well, usually the seeds are pretty high up, so you can get 3/4 of the way up. You get a whole 2 extra bites of the apple.
That's true.
And everyone around you looks at you like you're a monster. And finally, I have a reason for people to be looking at me like a monster instead of just...
Right, sure, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. The other day, Isaac was cutting up an apple and cut out the core, and I was like, wow, you're not even a fan.
Oh, gosh. Oh, but wouldn't that... well,
Work!
Fuck.
Oh,
God
you were
damn
so
it.
close.
Yeah, dude, this sucks, man. Can you just angle yourself
Video
slightly
baby
differently? Is that how it
Yeah, it's an angle thing.
Keith.
Yeah.
Mario's so small.
Oh, did I do? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking
Mario's
at
so small. There we go.
Period.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh,
if
well, we
I-
can see the chat too. That's nice.
Yeah, so this is the Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah, tell us how
It's not interesting.
Take it behind the scenes with the technology. Remember when someone was like, I don't think you can physically do it? Maybe they meant,
Yeah.
what sort of program could you use?
Yeah, and it's Streamlabs, I guess. But
Oh, this is the one.
Nice,
Yes.
you got it.
Oh, thank God.
So Streamlabs is the thing that I found out about today, and set up all the overlay stuff that we're doing, which is minimal, but they have their own version of OBS, which is both really convenient because it means that I didn't have to add a bunch of sources to OBS from some weird website, but it also is like missing a bunch of features, including being able to like resize the video so that you guys have a bigger picture on the screen share.
Right.
It also caused problems earlier because it doesn't let you select a region of the desktop. Usually what we do is we have it open in our capture card thing and just screen.
And you're just capturing the right.
Yeah, because it's a stream and we're recording a backup, so we don't really care about that minimal loss of quality. But this time we had to rig up, like we have an audio breakout, and then using that to go into our mixer, and then the game sounds going through the mixer. It's kind of annoying, but I am glad that there is a thing that lets.
Do you guys... Sorry, Keith, go ahead.
Nope.
I cut you off.
No, my thing was dumb. You can go.
Do you guys think that the chat looks good the way it is on the video? Because I think it looks terrible. But if people like it, I guess that's what they like.
Neither of us are answering. So.
Yeah, well,
like in the... It's okay.
So the conversation we were having was that usually Kyle minimizes the
thank God.
shrinks the size of the video and puts the chat in its own section.
Right. That's like the way Janine does the.
I just think you can't read it.
The DS thing.
Yeah. What? Oh my God! Why are we both blanking on this?
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, this is terrible. I know the character she names is named Streusel.
The chat ghost when she plays...
The chat ghost.
Yeah.
When she plays Magician's Quest, but there's a name for the thing, for the Halloween thing. It's 30 Days of Blank. Or
30 Days of Magician's Quest.
I could look it up, but Chat Ghost. Right, but you're right. You get a smaller screen then.
Right.
Yeah, Witching Hour.
Witching
Thank
Hour,
you, Chat.
right. It's a great name. Except that it's 30 days of technicality.
But it's like an hour
It's
every
an hour
day.
It's
every
1
day.
hour a day. It's not Witching 30 hours. Isn't a great name.
Well, Witching 30 days is what I was saying. Witching month.
Janine in the chat says, "God bless you all." We're doing
Hi,
our
Janine.
best over here.
Janine. Well, here. So that's, I think, first of all, this is a weird one to talk about it with because this is like a this is a 3x4 game and not a widescreen game. But like everybody that I see has the chat just on the fucking thing. And in order to get this particular chat looking even kind of readable, it had to be big, which means the video had to be small.
Right.
So I
That makes
decided,
sense.
so I decided to have it on the video instead of, you know, Kyle and I had a 4-minute argument about it earlier. That's why he's asking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd say, for the games it has to be like that. It works, but it's definitely not the optimal.
Well, I also don't like having the smaller picture, the smaller video. I mean,
Keith gets real hung up on having the smaller video. I feel like having the smaller video looks real bad when you're like examining it and you're like setting it up. But in practice, when you're watching it, you're not even paying attention to how small the video window is.
Yeah, I just
Maybe I'm a bad example though, because when I'm watching a stream and the chat is like I'm watching a recording and the chat is on the recording, I never look at the chat. I don't want to look at it. I don't care.
Yeah, I know, but I also don't care. But other people do. Yeah, and that's why Kyle always wants it on there.
I think for me, it's just for the marathons, really, because I feel like maybe it looks for better. The marathon, the chat to me just feels like a part of.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's ideal, honestly.
Because chat's the real star.
Yeah. What we need is a game with like a hardcore mode that takes off the UI.
So you would make your own UI, your own chat UI. I feel like the thing is like with a 3-4 game, what you just do is you do game on one side and then like little tiny chat just underneath the video.
Yeah, I don't know. It just like I tried other configurations, and this chat overlay just doesn't. The chat overlay that we used to use doesn't exist anymore. So this is the best one that I could find.
Where the hell is this thing?
What I could do, I could make it shorter. I did that earlier. The other thing that I like about it is that it disappears. The messages disappear after 45 seconds, so you're not just getting. So like, if no one's talking, then there's no chat on the screen at all.
Right, but there's so much to talk about.
But that's not going to happen on like a marathon, though.
Well, we'll get to 7 a.m.
Have you considered going full Twitch super streamer and have it go like, thank you very much, run button.
Well, hold on. Did you see these? Hold on.
You hit the run button.
You got that. See up top? See that?
Oh, wow. So you do. You have the thing. It just doesn't, but it doesn't make
goofy sound effects.
There's no goofy sound effects.
No, I actually had to like do some work to make sure it wouldn't give us a gift for zombie. Like for real.
And also don't have the robot voice reading the donation message.
Oh my god.
9 seconds left.
They are. It's like finally bled into like LP circles a little bit from like pro streamers, and it just murders me. It's not funny. I'm sorry. It's not.
You don't have to apologize to anybody on this.
What's not funny?
It occurred to me that I would run out of patience for text-to-speech a lot more because I work with it literally every day, and I hate it. I don't want to listen to it in my fun time because there's only like 3 voices, y'all. There's only like 3, and I've worked with all of them, so.
Yeah, and isn't it great when you get to have a bunch of those coming over and over again because you're very popular and making a lot of money?
Just indefinitely, yeah.
And then Ty Tuesday will like change the language, so it'll read English in like a different language text to speech, which is like funny, but it's just for a little while, and then it's done. It's not all the time.
A lot of times some of my favorite musicians will start with like this really incredible aesthetic that I fall in love with, and then I think that they feel like they've graduated past that, and it's always disappointing. But so if I can do anything, it's contribute to the idea that never change your aesthetics ever. Always do the same shit forever and always.
FU4OW says, if it lets people make a living, though, and like that is it. One, it's true, but also two, it's why I'm so frustrated with Twitch so often. Is like the strategy to success there is so aesthetically displeasing to me, and so like uncomfortable, and like. It's I mean, it's not just the aesthetics, right? It's also the fact that what you need to be doing to be successful and making a living on Twitch is streaming 5 or 6 days a week for 8 to 10 hours. Like, and there's lots of like what making a living on Twitch requires is not great.
And there's a point at which like a lot of that, like tons and tons and tons of streaming and doing a lot of work around that is the actual thing that gets people success on Twitch, and then the really, really the aesthetics that I do not care for are a sort of like hanger on to that, and it just kind of feels like that's what is necessary, and then also self-perpetuates itself.
All right,
where it's like, well, all the people that do this are the people that do good, so I'm going to do this.
Right.
And then once it becomes ubiquitous, it's just stuck.
Hey, check it out.
Right.
We're done with Pianta Village.
Wow.
Nice.
We can
Nice
maybe beat
work.
this game.
Yeah, great job on that Shadow Mario, by the way. That was really
Thank
good.
you.
That was a quick one.
That was Kyle. But I know that you had Kyle. You were getting a little frustrated with that launching that Chuckster, and I don't blame you because that seemed like some total horseshit. But you're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to say that I got a DM from Rad Skull, who I read that message from earlier, who sent a picture of their very cute rats that I'll have to show Isaac later, and then asked, "P.S. Did you ever fix your TV?" Yes, I did fix my TV. I had my TV made a horrible pop sound. And then went black and so it was broken for about 2 weeks, but I ordered a part and was able to fix it. And it was like, it was like a $25 fix, which was great. I'm very glad that I didn't, I was so close to just dropping $500 on a TV, and instead decided to fix it myself, which turned out to be the absolute right move.
What did you have to do to fix it?
There was it was the, I believe it was this sort of board that, it was this board that processes the power and turns it into like the signal that powers the like the image processing board, and one of the capacitors just blew up. It's actually called. I when I was Googling the problem, I Googled Samsung Pop, and it auto-completed the Samsung Pop of death. And so I was like, oh no. Yeah. And so all I had to do was replace that one board. Technically, I could have just replaced the capacitor, but I couldn't find... the only one that I could find was like... it was like a 2-month delivery time. So I bought the whole board for a slightly higher price and just replaced the whole thing. So it was like, besides waiting a week to get the board, it was like a 25-minute fix.
That's really cool. I love being able to do tech stuff myself and being like, they want me to buy something to replace it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I was talking earlier about like buying kits to fix like cracked phone screens myself, and that always feels like. Because when people crack phone screens, it sort of feels like a nightmare. Oh my god, this $800 thing, I cracked it and it's just bad enough to where now I need a whole new $800 thing.
Yep.
But most popular phones, especially iPhones, which everyone has, they just have like $25 kits that all you need is that kit and a hairdryer or a heat gun, and you can just fix your screen. It's great. I really recommend people trying to fix that stuff, especially if they're going to buy a new one anyway. That's what YouTube is for. YouTube is for like, how do I do
that's
this?
very true.
That's what YouTube is
Yeah.
for.
Maybe you thought
You
it was
can
for
use
a
YouTube for
robot that
useful
tells you when you
stuff.
get it. Yeah, exactly.
I thought the
I
internet
thought I
was
just had to be
porn.
aggravated.
Yeah. Can I?
Also, speaking of being aggravated, I remember these fucking pink ghosts, and I'm already mad.
Yeah,
They're
this is-
adorable, but
this
I'm
is-
already mad.
This
They are
is
really
P
cute.
rough.
What
Right
are you
here.
trying to accomplish? Oh, you're just going up. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no stairs
Okay.
in this hotel. There's only ghosts.
Why don't you just really bad design, real design flaw? I think. Oh, I love the gaping maw.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
supposed to do
nice
something
touch.
with that.
Oh, and the dripping fangs. You see the dripping like open mouth of these ghosts?
They're
they're like
gross.
drooly
They're
ghosts.
gross. They have a really nice design. That's
I
great.
would not stay at this hotel.
No, me neither.
Just saying.
I'm
not
just saying.
I'm not nearly brave enough. The other day I was in the Nightmare Barn, looking for a cooler to borrow for this marathon. And I was listening to a podcast, and I had to take my headphones off because I was like, well, if someone's trying to kill me, I won't be able to hear them coming. Classic
Which would
horror
be
movie
rude,
blunder.
honestly.
What's that?
It'd be rude, if you couldn't welcome them to kill you.
Come on.
I just
Wait,
feel
are
like
you really doing
What do
another
you
one
think
of
was gonna
these?
This is the
here?
third one. I just feel like they're happening with such increasing frequency.
Oh, and it's these sand blocks that everyone
I'm
loves.
pretty sure it's only one
no.
per world, so I just have to do these ones.
This is it. Just these ones.
This should be the last one of these in this game that I have to do.
No, I bet there's 2 more. Do you sink into the sand, or does it just break apart, or what's going on? What's up with the
It
sand?
slowly dissolves until it's gone.
How long do we have?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like the noise of this
Like
flapping.
3 seconds.
Fuck you.
How well can you guys hear the game? Because I really want to call
we can hear it.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it too loud?
No.
No, it's
I just want to call attention to the guy in your right ear that just goes.
I'm gonna listen for it.
Yeah, it is. It's not all the time.
There he is. Yeah,
No, it's not happening yet.
Oh, is that not the guy?
I think that's snaps. Hold on, let me try it.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh, he's there, yeah.
Hear him?
Oh, I hear him now. Yeah.
Anyway, he's the star of the game.
Gotcha. That's Mario.
Yeah, that's Mario.
Oh shit, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Oh,
Hey,
look!
why is there just
look
like
what
a
I'm
big-
doing! I'm jumping at bricks and they're breaking like a Super Mario game.
Gotcha. What's up with like the weird light bright Mario in the background?
I don't know, man.
It's
This
like
is-
it's
see,
like
this is
proto
interesting.
galaxy
It's-
background.
Yeah.
It's easy to just go like, Nintendo and Mario, classic Mario, but like this is probably the first time they showed you this sprite in a Nintendo game, like in 20 years when this came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They used to not do that.
Right.
They used
like,
to pretend like they didn't just
Yeah.
copy everything from their past.
Like this was still the generation when 2D games were like literally dead. Like it felt like you couldn't go back.
Kyle, I did hear you start to say the word pretend at the same time as me, which is fun. We both know what's going on.
Yeah.
Follow the money, people.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing for us was when we realized the Mario Sunshine.
Nice work. Nice work.
That was nice.
work. Get them.
What do I do with
Now
these
what,
fucking
though?
watermelons?
I have no idea what the
Yeah.
fuck you do with these big watermelons.
Oh,
That's far.
You gotta eat
Yeah.
them, man.
gotta eat all those watermelons.
Yummy.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Wow.
Oh, it's that
nice
it's
to
that
meet you.
rotating block. You gotta rotate your way across. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, I like that it's
Oh
shaped fun.
boy. Oh
Yeah.
Wow,
boy.
that was rough. That
That's
was rough.
a fun little shape.
Well, then you gotta get there
God.
and it's sand on the other end. So
Yes, you gotta hurry.
Fuck all of this.
Wow! I remember all of these like so
Oh,
much.
wow.
As soon as I see them, I'm like,
God
God, I remember
damn
doing
it.
this 30 times.
Specularian says, I will say those sand blocks and their sound is like very vivid. Yeah, hey, it wasn't the sound design team that took your jetpack away.
Oh, there's a one-up right here. Thank you so much. My goodness.
Oh, did you get? Well, you're gonna have to use it, I think.
Oh, that's changed
Oh, wait.
everything.
Yeah, you got it. Nice. Okay, cool.
Nice. You've got your little introduction to the sand block, and also after the sand blocks go away, they do respawn, from what I remember.
Henry in the chat said, "Thanks, Red Button. I just died. I didn't know that. Sorry, I didn't know that you were Mario in the game. Please be careful because Henry is trying to watch and probably can't afford a few more deaths like that.
that's all the ones that's it.
Yeah,
We're out of them.
yeah. Well, I mean, once it's a game over, then a new person from the chat has to pick up the Mario mantle. Yeah."
Right.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, that's the hidden cost to us subscribing to Run Button.
Yeah, we're the real hardcore streamers because there is genuine risk involved in watching.
Right.
I like that there's all this other bullshit under the part you land on that, like, no one will ever go to, because why would you risk dying?
Oh, maybe you should check it out down there, man.
Yeah,
It'll be a first. It'll be a first. Courtney says, Keith. Yeah, what's up? Keith, it's 2 a.m.
No, is it?
It is 2 a.m.,
Yeah, it's 2:08 a.m.
Look at what I have done. Nice.
All right.
Nice work.
You're doing it. Getting it done.
Fist bump cam.
Fist
What's
bump cam.
up?
I am man, and I have achieved.
I just like spilled my drink. Oh, I spilled this dark drink all over my light shirt.
Oh no.
You're still drinking that weird Mountain Dew?
No, I'm drinking a porter called Stranger Than Fiction.
Oh, so you're doing the drinking during a marathon thing.
Yes. Well, I'm not. I mean, there's a lot. We have a cooler with a lot of different brewskis in it, and some of them are apple juice brewskis, and some of them are Kool-Aid Jammer brewskis, and some of them are alcohol brewskis.
Okay, all the brewskis.
Yeah, we got a bunch of different. We have
that you had a variety of brewskis.
Yeah, no, we're not just doing some kind of weird bit. We just have a lot of brewskis.
We just have a lot of different kinds
I
of
get you.
brewskis. We have some water brewskis.
Man, I could go for a water brewski. I'm not gonna lie.
Can I tell you
Stay
this?
hydrated, everyone.
Please do. I want to tell you this, that the apple juice brewski that we have is unfiltered apple juice, which is, if you ask me, is literally the only kind of apple juice anyone should be drinking.
What?
Unfiltered.
Say that.
What? Yeah. What? Tell me more about unfiltered apple juice.
Yes. Okay. I woke Isaac up by being too loud, and apparently we're invading his dreams. Hold on.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no!
Which is, to me, that's fine, right? Like, who's gonna,
That's love, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh wait.
Dreaming about
I
your
don't have to take
partner
my head-
after
I'm just
they
gonna
got
get
loud about apple juice brewskis. That's love.
Could you lower my headphones, please? I think it'll help us be quiet if the sound is quiet.
Should we all just talk like this now?
Yeah, I think
Oh
we should.
yeah.
Just bring it, talk like that.
It's
Bring it
2
down.
a.m.
Tell me about unfiltered apple juice brewskis.
It's like apple juice, but when you look at it, it's not clear. It's cloudy.
It's a cloudier juice.
Yeah.
It's like regular
I've seen
juice.
it. I've never drank it before though, because it's I don't like orange juice with pulp in it. So I was like, I don't want that in my apple juice.
Is that similar to like an apple cider?
So it is similar to an apple cider. It's definitely more cidery than traditional apple juice. There is no pulp, but here, Run Button brought to you by Martinelli's Gold Unfiltered Apple Juice.
Shout out to Martinelli.
It's really good.
He'll refinish your car also.
I thought we were sponsored by Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Listen, we don't talk about that anymore because it turned out that the president of that company was like a real big bad person.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't know?
No, well, things hadn't been revealed to the degree that they were.
He hadn't revealed
I
his
had
true form.
I had heard about it.
Well,
at the time.
listen. We may have been after we signed the deal, but before the event.
Okay. The burgers were pretty good.
They were good. And free.
I didn't eat those. That was my. That's why I was like, "Oh, you're drinking brewskis."
You missed out, my dude.
The whole thing was like, if I start to eat that free food that is like very bad for me, I will not make it through that stream.
Yeah, well, we drove like 4 hours to get there, and we're very hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Extremely fair.
And did not have time to like stop anywhere.
Right.
Wasn't expecting the food layout that was there.
There was a big food layout.
Doesn't Carl's Jr. also have like the weird hamburgers with a hot dog on them and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you. That's a lot.
This was some other burger that they were promoting at the time. It was like a beer cheeseburger or something.
Actually, if you go to haunted.domains, you will see that one of the domains is Hardee's.boys. And if we talk any more about them, then it was in the contract. They will have to change Waypoint's name to Hardee's Boys.
Hardee's Boys.
Solving burger, and they'll have to start solving burger mysteries.
Honestly, that sounds okay.
That sounds more like shit Vice would make you do, honestly. So I wouldn't push that envelope.
Yeah, listen,
So Austin, we're hearing a lot about burger mysteries.
We're hearing that's the hot new thing.
The hot new thing is burger mysteries, and can you do it while you're high?
Pivot to burger mysteries.
Anyway, so yeah, unfiltered apple juice, it just has a fuller taste than regular apple juice. And I feel like American food culture gets the shorter end of the stick by apple juice being the prime juice. When there's so many better juices out there, let's talk about pear juice, right?
I like a pear juice.
Pear juice is fantastic.
I don't know that
I like pears. Dude, a lot of people don't like pears.
A lot of people don't like pears, but
Which is interesting because I don't like a lot of people. So.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of the texture of pear.
Pears
That's
are good.
fair.
And you know
willing
what?
to live with that.
A pear nectar has some of that texture, but a pear juice does not. But I'm saying that if you want to get a better juice experience, try an unfiltered apple juice.
Okay.
Martinelli's Gold Medal. I don't know any other brands of this, but
Also a good sentence. good sponsorship. Martinelli's apple juice. I don't know any other brands.
oh, they won Best Apple Cider in 1890. That's for real.
They put that on their thing?
They put that on their thing like that fucking matters anymore. Hey man, wake up. It's 130 years in the future.
I almost just said, do you think they know that?
It's late.
Maybe, like, literally, maybe not, though.
Right, this is what I'm saying.
Blood orange juice is good. Yeah, I like all orange juice. I like grapefruit juice. I like tamarind juice is really good. That's a good one.
All these juices sound really delicious. The
Yeah.
only time I can have juice is when my blood sugar is low. So I do have good juice for when it is low, though.
You just have to go to any store that you wouldn't call a grocery store and someone else would call a market.
Ah, good point. Good point.
It's like Wall Street.
I would never, ever in a million years have gotten through this without a guide. This is so...
No,
Yeah,
this is this is nonsense.
So Austin, what else is going on? I feel like it's been all about us, and that makes sense because it's our marathon.
It's your marathon. I want to hear more about you.
Well, no, you can't turn the tables on me afterwards.
I want to hear.
asked.
Tell me how you been. What's up, buddy? You still got that car?
I still got that car. This is the longest I've ever had a car by, like, 3 times.
Wow.
Longtime listeners will know about my horrific car history. My incredibly expensive and only 5% my fault car history.
Also, Carfax subscribers will know.
Oh, yes.
That's what Carfax is, right? You just get...
Carfax is a social network about other people's history with cars.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, you won't believe what this motherfucker got into.
Because I really feel like 5 years ago we were talking about what's the next Facebook and what's the next Facebook, and instead we're learning it's not about the next Facebook, it's about a bunch of different things taking over the roles of Facebook, including Carfax, which is Facebook just about car stuff.
Right.
Anyway, have you guys been to San Francisco recently?
I sure have. I was there in, maybe I shouldn't say. I was there actually right around GDC, but I wasn't there for GDC, and I was really sad because I was like, oh, I should have scheduled my work trip for GDC.
See some GDC people, yeah.
It's there's a robot cafe that's by the convention center called Cafe X, and everybody I work with is mad about it because we work on real robots, and Cafe X is just a machine that spits coffee in a glass and gives it to you.
You all know what that sounds like, right? You're like, that's not a real robot, that's just a machine. You sound like you're on the cutting edge of robot racism.
Oh yeah, and that's a fight someone's looking to win too.
I mean, every
David Cage.
like the definition of it's not worth defining like what is a robot and what isn't a robot.
Right.
Are you?
But it like doesn't even put on a good
kidding
show.
me? Okay.
It's just kind of like a dispenser. Like what I expected is
Alright, that sounds
I'm going to
bullshit.
order a complicated coffee and it's going to like squirt stuff and throw it and catch it and spin around, and it doesn't. It just
I
squirts it into
basically
a
want
glass.
Coyote Ugly, but with robots.
Yeah, you know, and that's not what it is, and they don't even have that much selection.
What is even the point? Honestly.
And also, you can order a glass of milk from that machine for $7.
Wow,
No,
that's
thank you.
Is it like
Is the
is the
machine a
cow
cow?
behind the? Is it raw milk? Is this a raw milk
It's
bar?
listed. It's actually listed as like good milk or something like that, and I was like, "Excuse me."
It better be
Well, if it's
extremely
I actually
good
went there. I actually went there with Turbo C from Visual Novel Book Club. We were both in San Francisco for work, and I was like, "We gotta go to Cafe X, see this coffee robot,"
milk. Mhm.
and we were like, "What's good milk?" And it just says it's milk, but it's really good.
Hold on. I really want to
Holding.
talk more about robots, DVAC, because I know that that's
Yeah.
something you know about. But I do
I
want to say
do.
that someone in a super chat said, "Cloudy drinks equals gross."
They sure
What?
did.
That's
But
you're
milk
wiping
is
out.
cloudy.
You're wiping out such a huge number of the drinks.
What's your favorite cloudy drink?
My favorite cloudy drink?
Yeah.
Well,
You heard me.
I've got this unfiltered apple juice. Is really
Arnold.
good.
Oh, right.
Arnold.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
I love-
lemonade.
All of these are good. All of these are, and in fact, let me put this out there. A lot of people like a less cloudy lemonade, and they're wrong.
Oh,
You should get a
yeah,
nice
totally.
cloudy lemonade.
You're
Yeah.
talking about like, no, I prefer a Minute Maid see-through lemonade, and
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
what happened to your tongue? Yeah, those
This
people
is what
are
I'm saying. Yeah.
people are bad, and I don't want you to donate to Run Button if you like.
Okay, slow down. Slow
Okay, no,
down.
you're right. I'm going too fast. Yeah, orange juice is good. DVAC doesn't like orange juice. Wait, or did you say pulp orange juice?
Oh, I'm not a fan of orange juice with pulp. But you know what? That might just be one of the, you know how like stuff you don't like when you're a kid. Sometimes you grow into an adult and you still think you don't like it when actually it doesn't bother you anymore.
Yeah, I grew into pulp for
100%.
sure. Do you know what I had? And I was like, oh my god, something happened to me where I'm a new person, and it's probably a worse older person. Is I had anise. I had like a licorice flavored thing. It was like a licorice flavored candy, and I was like, that's okay. And
Uh-oh.
at any other point
You're
in my
an
life, I would have
old
been
man
like,
now.
Yeah.
what are you doing to candy? What?
What blew my mind was discovering liquor that tastes like licorice and being like, why would you? This is the worst thing ever.
Oh,
And then
did you-
learning like that's why licorice is called that. 'Cause
Oh,
it's-
did you get into
because
Grandpa's
from liquor.
Zambuca? Is that what happened?
Oh, I mean, you know that I did that.
Yeah. Our grandfather, I've never seen our grandfather drink any alcohol except every Thanksgiving when he drinks like a spoonful of coffee covered in Zambuca.
Wait, what?
Have you not seen that?
Put
before?
Sambuca
Excuse
in
me?
coffee?
Yeah, that's
Gross.
pretty common. Yeah. Yeah, he would have like half Zambuca, half coffee.
God, I hate the Yoshi juice.
Yeah, it's gross.
I love that the meter is just called juice, and it's a picture of a
Why?
stomach. It's
Why
very
can I
good.
not?
You wanna know
Yeah.
my least favorite milk cloudy juice?
What is it?
Yoshi juice.
Yoshi. Oh yeah, very cloudy.
Yeah.
Courtney
Wow, I can't even
says-
get back on Yoshi because I'm too close to this fucking guy.
Courtney's talking about milk and says almond milk is better than regular milk. I really like almond milk.
I just
Yeah, almond milk is good.
I started drinking Lactaid milk instead of regular milk. See if that would upset my stomach slightly less. And it does, but I also love the taste of it way better than regular milk. Also, it like doesn't go bad ever. Like we lost power for 24
Yeah.
hours, my milk was totally fine.
That's what I like about almond milk too.
The expiration date on it when you buy it is like for 3 months in the future.
I think it's organic milk is like that too, where organic like cow milk has a way longer expiration date than like regular like pasteurized milk.
I mean, people had to do something in the past. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been worthwhile.
Yeah, you know what? There's a whole refrigerator conspiracy. Let's not get into it.
God.
Wait, let's get into it.
The shit
Wait,
that
what's
people
that?
This
are
is what I
telling
wanna
you,
hear.
the shit that people are
refrigerate.
telling you that you have to refrigerate
Yeah.
is bullshit. Parents are big into like you have to refrigerate everything.
Mhm.
That sounds like
Yeah.
Fucking
I feel like-
Dan. Dan
That
Riker
generation,
doesn't
though.
drink the milk after he finishes a bowl of cereal because he's afraid that the milk will have gone bad in the time it took him to eat his cereal.
People are so
well,
afraid
that's
about
Dan Riker, who I love
yeah.
dearly, but is Dan Riker.
Yeah.
There's real side note. Courtney wanted me to look at the chat, and what she had sent me was a picture of a couch wearing pants, and you can see from the back it looks like it's got a big ass. Thanks, Courtney.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
Love to see it.
You know,
Love to see
getting
a couch
into the
with a big
crazy
ass.
hours of the stream. I mean,
Eggs.
3 a.m.
Eggs, bread, get it out of the refrigerator. Get butter out. Get it out. You don't need to refrigerate butter. Get it out of your fridge.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. All that stuff is like really reassuring too, right? Because it's like, I'm always worried about stuff going bad, or what if we lose power, or what if I forget?
Or think about
butter is the one that I grew up always in my refrigerator, 100%
same.
always in my refrigerator. And then I think it was actually Jeanine Hawkins who taught me, like, no, what are you doing?
Even better than it not going bad is like now you can use your butter. Yeah.
Right. Well, see, so the thing that we used to do is we would bring the butter out in the morning and then at night put it back in the fridge. Not even at night. Not even at night. Like at 2 p.m. or something. You know what I mean? Like, you get our use out of it.
Shouldn't that have broken the illusion where it's like, butter has to be refrigerated, but only 30% of the time?
No, food is basically magic, right? Like, there's so much weird shit around how food works that, like, I don't fucking know how butter, like, of course butter could go bad in 20 seconds. Like, meat goes bad if you leave it out for too long. You know what I mean? Like, everything can, like, I don't know.
The big one for me is I don't refrigerate leftover pizza. Leftover pizza.
I learned how to do that in a place called college.
Yeah.
What I needed to do was, like, not deal with anything because I was drunk, and then would wake up and there'd be good fresh pizza. And it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this behavior is also like based on like the technology that was available during that generation. Because like I think the reason that like my parents who are baby boomers, like my mom will be really like gotta freeze everything right away, and then when it's time to eat it, we can just defrost it when it's ready. And I think it's because of refrigerator technology during the time when she became an adult.
Right. Sure. Fair. Honestly.
I mean, like that's what I think about a lot when people freak out about like milk getting left out of the fridge or something. Like how long has this milk been out of the fridge? How long? It's like, dude, people used to get milk in the morning and then use that milk all day, like, and drink it for dinner.
And if you don't have a health problem that is oriented toward that, where like it would be, if you don't have a health issue that's specifically, you don't want to get an upset stomach, you don't have a compromised immune system, etc., then you're probably fine. You can also look that stuff up. One time my power was out for like 12 hours, and I looked everything up on the FDA website of like, here's how long things can go at room temperature.
Yeah. And I just want to, the FDA is great and all, but don't forget about the refrigerator lobbyists. Don't forget.
Trust them.
You can't trust.
You know what?
Hey, can you make the video big again for us? Please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
When did that happen?
I have to make it small. I have to make it small to look at the donations.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
It's a different tab.
I have a question. Can you talk to me about egg refrigeration?
Oh, I thought you meant you were on like the full cam scene.
Oh, no. I was just in a different tab where the thing is smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's talk about egg refrigeration. So, eggs are something that you and I have to keep refrigerated because while they can last for months out of refrigeration, once you refrigerate them, they have to stay refrigerated.
Whoa.
Enter the conspiracy.
Wait.
You don't have to refrigerate eggs. They made that up. They made it up.
But
Also, eggs last for like a really long time. You know what else lasts for a really long time? American cheese. I feel like I always had like my mom throw it out after like a week
American
or two.
cheese is like an alchemical product.
Well, even other cheeses, like even cheddars and Swisses, those last for, or if you have them sealed well, those last in the refrigerator for like weeks. But my mom would always throw it out with the meat. Like she'd buy ham and then throw the ham out with the cheese, and the cheese is totally fine. You know, and then she's buying all the cheapest cheeses and hams, and it's like, well, that's because you're wasting all your money throwing away the cheese. Come on, wake up to food
about eggs, though.
Yeah.
My mom taught me when I was little. I was like, not when I was little, but when I was like in that high school college transition, and I was like, when does food go bad? She was like, and I was like, what about eggs? And there's an expiration date on the egg, so I'm like, is it expired? And she goes, an egg is expired when you crack it open and it's gross inside. And I was like, okay.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
My mom, the same thing with my mom, she would just throw out, like, same as the milk, I mean, is she would just, after a little while, just toss it, because she was like, eggs go bad, rotten eggs are a thing that we're all worried about.
Like, in culture.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, maybe because I'm just very sensitive to, like, people being scared about food, which is, I understand people being scared about things, even if they're not things that I'm afraid of, but also it feels like, you know, the more people learn about what actually is safe about food, the less people are going to be throwing away food that doesn't need to get tossed.
It's fucking weird how we all went to school for, like, 15 years and
no one knows
anything about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Weird how that works.
Well, that's the refrigerator lobbyist I was talking about. I got that too. Courtney in the chat says I got a 2 yolk egg once. That's like the best surprise.
Yeah. Super
That's
lucky.
actually a gift from the egg lobby. That's just them letting you know, hey, we're taking care of you.
Do you guys know about vegan mayonnaise?
I mean, I think I've had it.
I believe, yeah.
So here's the thing about vegan mayonnaise is that almost none of it exists, even though it's really easy to make and is very similar in taste, because egg companies dump so much money into blocking the production of vegan mayonnaise. Because more eggs go into making mayonnaise than get bought for eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
The truth really is out there.
I know, it goes deep.
Keith has it. This whole time, Keith has had the truth.
The whole time I've had the truth about eggs. I read an article about this. It was, from a reputable source.
Reputable or repeatable?
Reputable. It's the other way of saying reputable. Reputable.
What is vegan mayonnaise made out of?
You'd have to ask them. You have to ask them. Vegan mayonnaise.
Is it just oil?
Oh, you
Fucking mine?
Must be something else.
Okay, here we go. Here's one of the articles. This is from The Guardian. U.S. appointed egg lobby paid food blogs and targeted chefs to crush vegan startup.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, this is real. This is like a real thing. It's wild. Hampton's Creek is the egg alternative vegan thing. And there's a few blogs about it. I can't remember because it was like 3 years ago that the article came out, but I never forgot.
You thought he forgot. You didn't forget.
That's what they do. They write it in the paper, and then when you say you're writing bullshit, they say, no, we said that 3 years ago. We said that once 3 years ago. These fucking egg companies. They're gonna be the death of us.
Courtney is talking about how she has vegan conspiracies.
All right, yeah, Courtney's dying to talk about
that
conspiracies.
sounds like a Courtney thing.
All right. There's gonna be 3 people on the chat, and you guys are all welcome to stay. But also, remember that there's 3 people, and one of them is Courtney, who is another 3 people.
7 people are on the chat.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I think then if we're ready to switch, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, that makes sense. It's
All right.
almost 3. I mean, for you, it's what, almost 2?
Yeah, it's 1:30.
I don't know what Texas is.
I'm nearing my tap out point. Also, I might be there, which is I wanted to stay for longer, but
That's fine. You guys are both
What time
welcome
are you
back
done tomorrow?
What's that?
7.
What time are you done to work?
7 p.m. So all of
PM.
tomorrow. 7 p.m.
Post
tomorrow.
Meridian.
Post Meridian, yeah. And then it's post Meridian and after Meridian.
Right, those are the PM and after. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh no, sorry, no. I think it's actually ante-meridian for like before, and then pre-meridian is the other one.
No,
That's
it's
the two.
it's after meridian and post meridian.
Gotcha. I was gonna get it.
And then the other one's it's after meridian and prime meridian.
And prime meridian.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, I'm gonna go to a bedroom.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
in a bedroom. I'm already in a bedroom.
All right,
I'm in
just-
the bedroom I'm gonna sleep in. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go to
All
a
right.
You just have to
I want
move
to
to the
clarify.
bed.
This is a fucking nightmare.
I think it's working fine.
Yep.
Do you guys
I
have
think
anything
start
left
with the
to plug?
top row and work your way down.
Do you guys have anything that you want to say before you go? Any plugs?
Yeah, I got one. This looks ridiculous, and I'm sorry to Kyle for having to do the thing that's
Yeah.
happening right now.
Do you want me to
Because this
try?
sucks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do a bunch of different stuff on the internet, but my favorite one is I do stream visual novels with my friend Chorps Away every Tuesday on twitch.tv/Chorps Away.
The famous digital visual novel Tuesday.
Yeah, it's date night Tuesday.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's our brand, and we're not dating. That's
No, it's that.
if we were, we wouldn't need to stream Otome games every week, folks.
Is
So
it
come date with us.
is it because that a lot of what you're doing in the games is dating?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God, Kyle, this is driving me crazy.
Kyle, you have to.
I've
I
been
know.
doing this for
So
like
much.
15
All right,
minutes.
You have it. You have it. Oh my god. Okay, low. Okay, you got this.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Oh my god, this bottom left one fucking sucks. I hate this thing so much.
No!
Oh, that's so bad.
This is a
What's that?
joke. This
And
is
the
a
life
sick
keeping.
joke.
Oh.
Oh
Hi,
my
Courtney.
god.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Courtney,
Hi,
it sounded
Courtney.
like you had some of conspiracies of your own that you wanted to
All
tell.
right. We should get out of
You
here.
go. I'm gonna
and let
stay
you
until
talk.
Kyle gets this, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Good night and God bless.
Yo, are you?
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
I don't think Austin realized it when he
Hi, I'm
was there.
vegan.
it
He
is.
did it. He did it.
Oh, by
You're
the way, though, I
vegan?
forgot about this. My
I'm
reward.
trying to be.
My reward
but I'm
is
not
one of
really
these.
Enjoying it.
You're not enjoying being vegan. Is this your conspiracy?
Well, no, I mean, like, I still eat meat and cheese when people get it for me,
Okay.
but
So you're like
I'm
a
trying to be-
flexitarian.
yeah. And so my conspiracy about vegans is that I think they're very angry.
You are very
I think
angry.
there's a conspiracy.
No, I mean
Well, that's
vegans
true.
in general. And I think, like, because, like, I've been trying to follow their recipes, and, like, so, like, how come I can't find any of these vegan, like nutritional yeast? How come I can't find it in the store? Where are all these vegans buying nutritional yeast? And I can't find it.
From, like,
Good question. That's
special
a good
And I
one.
live in Atlanta. How come I can't find it in, like, Atlanta?
Where are you
I-
checking? What type of stores are you checking?
I check the white people stores like Whole Foods. I check the Asian stores, but all the stores are in Asia and like in their language.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
can't
there
read
are a
it.
lot of Asian stores in Asia.
There's overwhelmingly Asian stores in Asia. Wait, so you can't find this one type of yeast, but isn't yeast vegan already?
No, because there's different types of yeast. Because I had to look up what's the difference between nutritional yeast and what's normal yeast. Normal yeast. Oh god, what's happening?
Oh,
Normal
God.
yeast makes bread, and
Yeah.
nutritional yeast is supposed to be like cheese. And so I made vegan
Oh.
steaks, and I don't think
Good job.
vegans know what meat tastes like.
Yo,
That was excellent. So how does this factor into vegans being angry and not just stores not properly stocking vegan options?
So I think they're like really hungry.
Because none of them can find any of the food that they need.
Yeah, and also a lot of their recipes are really tedious, and a lot of them are very angry. And like they keep saying that yeast is alive, so people who are vegan can't
Wait.
eat yeast.
Why is yeast alive?
Yeast is alive.
Yeast
She
has-
said alive.
Oh, alive. Okay, that's
Uh-huh.
different. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeast
it's
is
alive. So
but
Yeah.
so are
so yeast
plants.
has like microbes or like funguses are living.
yeah.
Yes,
So
But so are-
obviously yeast is alive.
but so are
Right,
plants.
So
but
vegans can't.
well, to be clear, vegans do eat things that have been alive. They just don't eat animals or animal products. Like they eat.
Yeah, but some circles of veganism are saying yeast, you have to get certain vegan yeast that is made so it's not. It's never been alive.
Cruelty-free yeast.
Oh my god.
How can I turn it? How can I turn up the volume?
Courtney,
I can barely hear
Courtney,
y'all.
can I just say, I personally, I speak for the universe, and I'm giving you permission to be vegan, but use regular yeast.
Wait, I can't hear you. I think I'm going deaf. How come I can't hear you on the chat?
Maybe try right-clicking our little pictures and then turning the volume slider up. That's maybe...
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I had my headphones way down.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I speak for the universe, and I'm giving you permission to be a vegan, but to just use regular yeast.
Yeah. Also, I'm still jobless, but I mean, like, I have a job, but I hate it, and then I go to work at my school, and I hate it.
Having a
I'm
having
jobless.
a job is and
I have
hating
one,
it.
but I hate it.
Having a job and hating it doesn't make you jobless. It makes you someone with a job. You have like a pretty good job, don't you?
Wait, what do you do?
I work online, and I work at I have my own online store, and that's cool. But then I also have to do my salon work, where I have to work for tips now during the summer in Atlanta. So if anyone wants to come to Atlanta Tech, ask for Courtney, and I'll do your hair, so I don't have to do the old people's feet. Please don't make me do pedicures.
Is that's the option? It's hair or feet?
Hair or
you don't
feet.
get to pick?
I mean, most of the time it's a free salon, so you only pay like $15 to get your anything done at the salon.
Sure.
And so like most of the time it's just old people who want to get their feet done, and I don't like to touch people's feet.
So you're saying you do hair by request, but it happens.
Old or young, all feet are. Well, I mean, not all feet are gross. I mean, I just don't want to be touching them, because I mean, like people get ringworm a lot. I just mean, like, people get a lot of ringworm and rashes during cosmetology while you're doing your free work in the salon. And, like one time, there was a whole case of people getting, mite. What do you call it? Body mites?
Yeah.
And so a whole lot of people got mites.
Basically.
And, like, I think also, like, Forrest might have got it from me because he hugged me before I took my bleach bath. And like, but everyone was getting mites, and I never got it because I took the bleach baths, which y'all were poo-pooing me about.
Every time you say Forrest, it sounds like Boris.
I mean, Boris, that's not his name. Don't.
Oh, you literally said Boris?
Yeah, no. Courtney likes to call her boyfriend Forrest instead of or Boris instead of Forrest to protect his identity, but also is inconsistent.
You're a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. So you're saying yes. I'm glad that you didn't get mites because instead you were using bleach to cover your body, which I still think is a bad trade.
I'm not like bathing in straight bleach. I put like a few bleach drops in like a bath and I dunk myself in. Not my head, but you know, just the whole body.
Okay, a few drops is better. I think maybe before you didn't say that you were limiting the amount of bleach, and I was assuming that it was like...
I'm straight up drinking the bleach?
Yeah, or just like rubbing a cloth covered in bleach on your body.
No, but I wanna, because I have to get home, because I go to school from 1 or 5 p.m. and I get stuck in 2-hour traffic in Atlanta, and I don't get home until 10 p.m., and then I stuck another 2 hours driving back home. And this semester has been so crappy. I hate it. All my teachers have been dumb, and they've been making me do work, and they don't know how to do anything, so I've been teaching the classes, and I hate it.
Sounds like school. Sounds like you're in school.
Yeah. And I just want a job. Like a real job, not my job.
Right.
My job is where I have to make work myself.
Talk about the pop figures and also link your store.
Oh yeah. Well,
do you remember the name of your store this time?
Yes, I have it linked, but I mean, like, I just make pop figures, but I want to do more than pop figures. I actually want to have something that makes my mom proud, where she says, like, I'm not selling pop figures. Like, I know, like, a job with benefits, or a job that I can show my family, and they can be like, oh, wow, that's amazing.
Well, you just need a new family that likes custom pop figures.
Here's the thing, though, Courtney, is that, like, you're an artist, so, like, if your mom is only ever going to respect you if you have, like, a really secure job with benefits, like, I don't think your mom's ever going to respect your job.
I mean, no, but I mean like a job that makes more than like, whatever I can pay for my rent for my apartment. I don't know, I want a real job.
No, I get you.
Yeah. I totally get it, especially as someone who's like, I've been doing these videos for like 10 years, and I'm at a point now where like doing podcasts and videos is like more than half of my income, and I can get by just having a 25-hour-a-week part-time job. And like, as far as my mom is concerned, like I don't do anything. She's like abstractly proud of me.
But like, wow, my son learned how to make a living doing jack shit.
Yeah. I expected there. I really wanted there to be this big moment where she spent my entire childhood being like, "You can't get a job playing with your thumbs," and I just like, so many times I've tried to be like, "Looks like you were wrong," and she was just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like something other making Funko Pops. I don't know. Like,
what do you want to make? What's the thing that you want
what's
to make?
the thing? Yeah,
Here, I'm going to link Courtney's store, Courtney's Custom Pops.
Please, thank
Well,
you.
like,
I have two
some-
questions. One is, what is the equivalent of like a hair situation for you money-wise that people could just buy from your store? Like if someone's not going to go to Atlanta, so they don't have to do old people feet, what could they buy from you instead that's basically the same?
Well, right now for the summer, I'm trying to do like fake nails, like a whole set of fake nails, so I can just start doing those for about like $80.
Okay, but they can't buy that from your web store. What can they buy from the web store?
No, people can buy those. They can press on fake nails.
Okay, cool.
And you can get those in a set for like, $70 to $80 or like $50. But
Two,
still,
what is the job you wish you had?
I don't know, like something more creative, because other than doing Funko Pops, I mean, like I do a lot more than Funko Pops. So my mom was like telling me like, maybe you should just do a YouTube channel of all your projects you do. Like that's a good idea, but I don't have the time. Most of the time when I get home at like 10 p.m. at night, I cry myself to sleep because I have to wake up like at 9 a.m. and then get back into Atlanta traffic for
Courtney,
2
this
hours.
is the saddest you've ever been.
Yeah.
Because I'm very sad. I hate this. I have to work for tips, so I don't get paid. I have to pay $1,000 to work on a salon.
Why are you still going to school?
Because I'm almost done to get my cosmetology license.
It does seem like such a fucking scam that you've got to pay for school and then you've got to like do like a doctor's residency doing old people feet. I'm trying to link the Etsy shop, but because of YouTube, it's not
posted
letting.
it in the chat.
You posted it in the chat? No, I think you posted it in our chat. I'm trying to give it to the YouTube. Oh god, I'm not gonna get this name. Did a good job of typing out. Okay. What does that mean?
It's like a flower.
Okay.
Nice.
They linked the as best they could the chat. I tried a bunch of different ways and it kept on not letting me do it, which is weird because I thought it let the owner of the channel. This is your
channel.
Links.
Yeah,
it's my channel.
I
own this.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I've been trying to get an internship at Cartoon Network in Turner Broadcasting, and I got four interviews 1 year, and they never gave me an interview again. I don't know what happened.
Did you?
So I've been trying to stalk people on Twitter to find out who works at Cartoon Network so I can get a job there or just get an internship, so then I wouldn't be screwed over when I get other internships.
Did you try to talk to them about spicy water?
No, I don't. That was not in the process of the interview.
I have a friend that works at Cartoon Network.
Well, please, just let me know their names so I can just put it on the
I can send you.
thing.
I can send you my friend's name. She works on regular show and did storyboarding.
I just want an internship.
So I don't know what kind of clout she has. I know that she's done other stuff there since, which has been good. But
I don't know. I'm just so unhappy. I hate this job, and now I have my stupid apartment, and it's so lonely, and I live in the basement. And I have no roommates to look at.
You're looking for roommates to look at?
Oh, thank God I beat that guy because I was like about to snap at Courtney just because she happened to be the one talking in that moment. I was just like, I cannot fucking lose this right now.
Someone in chat said also knows someone that works on regular show. I wonder if it's the same person, but also I think around the time that we started Run Button, my friend that works on regular show, who I know from the internet, she snuck in a frame where us and all my other internet friends were in like someone's chat computer. Like it was all our usernames. It was the cutest thing that's ever happened to me.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Did anything happen? Like, did anyone stalk you?
No, it was just like a couple frames, and it was my internet username. It was not my name.
I know, but I would think, like, you know, since they're like super fans, people would like type in that username to see if it was real.
Oh, I don't think so. It was you know, I don't know that anyone would have noticed it if it wasn't like, hey, look at these frames in the background of this scene.
I would think people would know, because, like, you know how there's, like, super wikis of cartoon shows?
Yeah. Wait, what? There's what?
Like, you know, like how cartoon shows have, like...
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
yeah, and so,
what's
like,
a super wiki?
like,
Like
they
a
have,
big
like...
one.
Yeah, only for that show, and they, like, go into, like, details
okay.
about the background and the artists that work on the show, and, like, sometimes the Easter eggs, and they'd be like, oh, user Buttmunch64 was a real person in real life that this artist knew, and they stuck in their name as an Easter egg.
Yeah,
I like really love the Steven Universe episode where Buttmunch64 shows up. That's a really good one.
Yeah, it's nice. If you ever get a chance to be an Easter egg, it's nice.
Wait, are you confirming that as user Buttmunch64?
That was me. Yeah, I was Buttmunch64. No, it was actually my old Twitter name with something done. Which was, I don't know, was that like 3 years ago or 4 years ago? 3? I don't know. I can't remember. Time is bad.
Time is weird.
Yeah. Courtney, what else is going on? What are you feeling good about?
Well, this month I have extra money to pay for my rent. Oh, and I'm coming to New York. So I don't know if I have time to at least come to Massachusetts, but I know you two are probably busy.
No, I'm super not busy.
Kyle's not busy.
I don't know, because I have to see my sister's kids, and then all my family's dying in New York, so I gotta check on them to make sure they're not dying.
Always a good time on the Run Button channel.
What are you happy about? And your whole family's in New York dying. Are you? What are they dying from?
Being old.
Oh, okay. That's
okay.
I mean, remember, my mom's like 72.
I don't know about your
So,
mom.
I mean, the rest of my family's pretty old.
The only thing that you ever say about your mom is, she's not terrible. Stop saying that, Kyle.
I knew she was.
What?
Huh?
Oh, well, she got surgery.
She's like our grandmother's age.
Yeah, and well, she got some plastic surgery. She got half her face done and her stomach done, so she's looking young and she's happy.
That's good. I'm glad she's happy. Did you tell her while she was getting plastic surgery?
Did you tell her you're miserable?
Yeah, did you tell her that you're miserable?
Yeah, I do, and she says she doesn't like to hear about it, and then she gives me stuff so she doesn't have to hear about it.
Cool.
What does she
So
give?
it's like a blackmail situation.
Yeah. It's like a classic parent thing.
Oh, and then I had to go to the doctor, but I was going for my tetanus shot. So you have to have your tetanus shot when you work in the salon. And then I had a breakdown in the doctor's office because they kept me in too long. Because they found out my blood pressure was like at 200 over, like, something not human.
Ooh.
Yeah, you were talking to us about this. You were on a Run Button stream that night.
Oh, I was?
Yeah, and so you
Oh
were
my god, yeah, I was.
You were like, I'm at the doctor, they say I'm gonna die, but I have to come home and do this thing. And I was like, no, you don't. You can actually not, you don't have to do it. You should stay at the hospital if that's what they want. And then, like, the next thing that I heard from you is like, okay, I'm ready for the stream.
Wow, I must have totally blacked out. But yeah, that's what been happening. But my oh, and also they aren't telling us when our finals are so we can come to school because they're forcing us to stay in school for the hours instead of letting us leave when it's done because the teachers are real dumb. So they really don't have like a whole lesson plan for 4 hours. So we're forced to stay in class for 4 hours and stare at the teacher, and the teacher stares at us, and the teacher's not happy, and we're not happy.
Do you get homework? I don't know how that kind of school works.
Well, no. What am I gonna do? Homework on hair?
I don't know. That's why I asked Courtney. Lay off it.
Oh,
Yeah, he literally just said he doesn't know.
So no, you don't have homework. So there's nothing you can do. Do you bring like a book, or can you put headphones in, or like what?
Well, I mean, you can, but I mean, like, we don't get any internet because the building, I don't know what's wrong. I guess it's like a really old building, so, it's like those old buildings where it just sucks up internet, so negative internet comes in.
Yeah.
So you can't even look at your phone.
Every school I've ever been in is like that, and I kind of wonder if it's on purpose.
Yeah.
It has to be a conspiracy. They're, like, putting negative internet where you just can't get in.
Putting in the nega internet.
Nega internet, yeah.
Like magnets or something.
Neganet.
Magnets definitely they like stop
competitor to
internet.
Yeah.
Is that also part of the lobby situation, Keith?
Oh yeah, they work with the eggs. That's what actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
why they put eggs. That's why they put eggs in the refrigerator because the refrigerator is a Faraday cage.
So I definitely think that's how they're stealing our information. Is that we have to use the Wi-Fi that's in some buildings, and that's how they steal our data.
I think they steal our. I think that they steal it by it's on Facebook and they can see it. They can just read it.
Which data is the data do you think they're stealing?
Well, like, you know how, like, if you have, like, Wi-Fi, you can, like, if you type it in, like, most people are dumb, so they type in, and I'm also dumb. I also put my credit card information. I'm still going on Amazon shopping in public on a Wi-Fi, which I know I shouldn't be doing it because that's how people can steal your credit card information. But, like, they're probably stealing our credit cards or whatever people put on their phone. I don't know what people do on their phone. I just use it for phone games. But I mean, like, that's what they're probably stealing, all my phone game information.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, this person has been playing a lot of 80 days.
This girl has been spending $20 on Love Nikki. She's been spending $40 on Animal Crossing for the phone. We definitely don't steal any more money from her. She's already dumb.
Yeah, I actually have my credit card stolen.
Someone hacked my Xbox Live account back in the 360 days, and clearly their plan was to buy like $300 worth of Microsoft points and then sell my account online or something. But they maxed out my card at $75 and then just like I guess left it because they're like, well, I can't sell an account that only has $75 on it. So I just had $75 worth of Microsoft points, and I was like, yeah, I was going to spend $75 on 360 games anyway.
This isn't even a big deal.
I'll just change the fucking password, I guess. All right,
yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Oh, man, I typed in my fucking password into the Friends of the Table Discord the other day.
What?
I accidentally was trying to log into some shit, and I typed in my password.
Like the big one?
Yeah,
you should change that
Discord.
password.
I did. I changed it.
How could you mess up that badly? Like, didn't you know, like, the Discord was open?
I think what happened was I was just I was in the Discord reading the Discord, and then I went to, like, type in somewhere else, and I guess either clicked wrong or didn't click when I thought I did, and the thing was still in the text field, and so I just typed in my password and just sent it, and like someone was like, I deleted it, and like someone was like, I think Keith typed in the wrong chat. I was like, you freaking bet I did.
God.
All right.
So I went.
That reminds me of something that the people in the chat have been asking for.
What is
How
that?
come you guys don't have like a Discord or even like a paid people Discord?
I'm gonna make a
As
Discord.
someone with a Discord, which is really nice, and I'm glad that it's there. There's an amount of stuff that goes on with having a Discord that I don't necessarily want to be a part of 2 different ways.
What the fuck, man? I mean, just like just have a Discord and never come on like most people.
Just said.
Wait, Kyle, what did you say?
I said that was some weak ass shit. Whatever you just said.
I'm saying.
I
Listen.
know most people who have Discord, they probably don't really go on a Discord like to talk to their people. I don't know. I only have my friend's Discord. But, like, I mean, like, I don't know how other people have Discord,
Check
but
out
I mean,
what's
like,
going on right now.
This is pretty nice. This
Did they
is chill.
flood the whole city?
Yeah,
What
the
happened?
world is.
Oh, I just thought it was like a
Everyone's
nice.
dead.
It was like a nice, like extra water thing, but I guess it's flooded. That's bad.
Courtney brings up a good point. Did fucking whatever Water Mario just kill all the people in the city by drowning
Oh
them?
come on! I
they're
bet it's an
inside.
island. I bet they can swim.
They're off.
I don't see them swimming. They must be dead.
They're in safety. Right
Oh,
now.
Red Skull. I'll talk about that when we're done talking about Discord, because I totally will. Well, here's the thing. We are Friends of the Table Discord. Part of it.
Hey,
is that,
dude, how about I don't give a fucking shit about your Friends of the Table Discord? How about that?
All right, man. Start the wrong button Discord. It's on you.
The thing that Keith is not saying is like, oh, you need moderators and like blah 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 blah. Which like you can get that stuff. There's lots of great Run Button fans. It's just like just talk to people and they'll be cool. Also, Run Button fans seem to be chill. So
Run Button
like,
fans
what are you doing on your Friends on the Table Discord? Like, what are y'all doing that's so terrible that you need to moderate it all the time?
It's nothing.
Yeah, you just need mods.
It's not
everyone
terrible.
needs mods. Just because you should have some mods.
You know, I just feel like it's not always the best idea
Always
to have
one person
immediate
alive.
access to people talking about you and your work.
But that's what YouTubers do. I always see like people like go to my YouTube. I have a Patreon. I mean, I don't really pay attention. What?
That's what this is for. We have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon?
Yeah, we have a Patreon.
Dude, did you make a Patreon?
I made a Patreon. It's a
when did we get a
content-driven
Patreon?
Yeah, we're making money now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We are at 228 patrons, which is really great, and I would love some more of
Keith,
those.
we never talked about that.
I'm sorry, it's really good. Here, can I say 3 words to you?
Go ahead.
Angel Island Investor.
Oh boy, I'm on board now.
All right, pretty good.
What if there was a fourth word? What would the fourth word be?
Ascendant Angel Island Investor.
Okay, wow. Okay, now I know.
Yeah. Did you do that or did I do that?
I did that.
Okay, cool. I thought that was true, and then I was like,
boy, this is something.
At first, I was like, I remember now reading it for the first time and being like, wait, that's a Dragon Ball Z thing, and then I was like, oh wait, they're the same thing.
Sonic and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it works because he does his own Super Saiyan thing.
Are y'all up on the Dragon Ball Super?
Kyle,
I am
is up on it.
extremely not.
I think I'm like halfway through it.
I have seen
I've seen
zero
people
of it.
enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. And I haven't had time to see it, and it bugs me because I want to see it.
I know there's a
Yeah,
role.
I wish I could be like, it's not bad. I wish I could be like really positive about it.
Yeah.
But like the first like 30 episodes of that show are just them rehashing like the 2 most recent Dragon Ball Z movies. I don't know.
Oh,
who
the
thought that
Battle of
was
the Gods stuff?
Yeah, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. They took like 2 90-minute movies, 2 60-minute movies, and like stretched it out into 30 episodes of television. I don't know why you would do that. So that was a little bit painful.
Oh God. Okay,
This
I have some.
sucks. Sorry, go ahead, Courtney.
Oh, I had some conspiracies, or well, some theories.
Okay, let me hear your theories.
Okay.
Classic
That theory-
Theories.
The most classic Run Button Marathon bit is that Courtney had an
Okay.
idea about something.
Yeah, well, I mean, now
think-
she does it on purpose.
Well, it was going to happen anyway. Might as well prepare it.
Well, I had a lot of my friends were saying, like, men want female versions of themselves when they date, and women want men who are better than them. Is that true, or is that a conspiracy theory?
I mean, I think men usually want female versions of themselves, I guess. I mean, doesn't anyone just want somebody that's kind of like them?
No. Well, I would never want to date a version of me.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of me is more than twice as much as I want.
Wait,
Yeah. No, you can do
I'm
the
trying to
math.
do some math real quick.
Yeah.
3.
That's
Yeah.
like I like less than half of you, half as well as you deserve.
That's exact. It's almost exactly like that. See, now we were playing Mario Party, and we had that boat that couldn't withstand even a single bomb, and this is a wooden boat in
It is
lava.
a wooden boat in lava right now.
Is that maybe a stone
it's
boat?
treated. There's resin.
Is
Oh, it
this
is a
real
stone
lava,
boat.
or is this like red, no, that's not red, that's like
Oh
yellow liquid.
no!
Oh, it can handle lava, but it can't handle a wall.
Get fucked.
Yeah, fuck off. The
Hey, that
stupid
whole
game.
section looks like it's bad.
Yeah.
The beginning part here, I think I have clocked already. It's not so bad.
Yeah, I don't know that you can do the breakdown of just like this is what dudes want and this is what.
Yeah.
Well, no,
women
I mean,
want.
I actually feel like you could do like what dudes want, because I mean, like, it's easy to flirt
Mel
with a
Gibson
man to
already
figure
made
out
that movie.
what. And I'm just saying in general, like, it's easy to flirt with a man and like trick him into stuff. But I would think
Okay.
it's part of the flirt.
Wait, why are you tricking people, and how are you tricking them, and who are you tricking?
How dare, I'm not gonna tell all my secrets.
Why do you need to trick?
Can't let
Oh
these
my God.
secrets go.
Please, I mean, isn't that part of what we do here? Is that you tell
Oh.
us your ideas
Secrets?
and stuff? Yeah, we can't.
Oh,
well, I mean,
yeah.
we can't
we can't talk about your ideas.
We
if
can't-
You won't tell us about.
Yeah,
mine.
we
Okay,
can't
well,
make fun
make
of your
sure
secrets
make sure
if you don't
these
tell
man
us.
secrets don't go out. These are the secrets
I don't
to get
know.
stuff from any man.
I don't know who you're
But-
talking about. I don't know any men.
Oh, but anyway,
never
I mean,
heard of
you
a
just
man.
gotta be cute.
Okay.
And you have to be nice to a man. And I feel like 80% of the time that would get any man.
Well, it's really good when someone is nice to you. So that you're right. That tracks. It's nice.
Yeah,
People like
yeah.
when
When
nice
you're
to them.
nice to people, they like it.
No, but I feel like men, like you could easily trick a man by like
Wait,
being
hold
nice.
on. Why is
but
tricking part of it? That's what I
I
mean.
know. That's what I keep saying. Why do you care about tricking people? Why do you need to trick?
Yeah, why not just be nice? What are you trying to get out of tricking instead of just being nice?
you know, I would not be nice if I had to be.
You're nice to us.
no sense.
Why are you tricking us?
Hey, Kyle, does this seem exactly backwards?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. None
Okay.
of this makes any sense.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're in like a public place and you want something to get done for you, you pretend to be weak, and then you're like, oh no, I don't know how to pick up something. Can you help me? You're a big, strong man, and you're so
That's not-
strong and muscly.
I don't think that's being nice. I think that's playing on tropes of masculinity.
It works.
AKA
that-
tricking.
Yeah, AKA, you're right, AKA tricking. You were right about the tricking. You were wrong that that's being nice. Because, like, being like, I'm too weak to open a jar isn't being nice. As, like, when you can actually open the jar.
Or like, you know, I don't want to say this. Oh God,
Come
no.
on, Courtney.
Or sometimes when like,
I promise you
No.
said worse stuff on our show.
Oh,
or, you know,
yeah.
or like when I don't want to pay for dinner. Or I'm like, oh, Forrest.
Come
oh,
on.
crap. Well, Forrest, you
You
make a
okay?
lot of money. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you have such a nice job.
Wait, what was that last sentence, Courtney?
Or like, you know, I tell Forrest, like, oh, it's so good you have a nice job. I'm so poor. I can't really do anything. Oh,
Well-
no.
Okay, so Boris is Forrest, and Forrest is your boyfriend.
Yeah, God damn it.
I mean, if you want to use that word.
And so, right, only if I want to use that word. They don't like labels. But so basically what you're saying is you're lying to Forrest about actually feeling vulnerable, so he'll give you money. But you guys are dating.
Yeah.
Why not just be like, I've got no money because you don't, and ask for something.
Well, obviously he wouldn't like that because that's rude to ask for money. But if I beg and seem like I'm
But
vulnerable,
It's not really.
even though he has known me
he's
since I was
supposed to
12 and
like
he
you,
knows that's
though.
what I do, he
Yeah.
still falls for it.
When
You
you're
got-
in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to like each other and care about doing things to help each other.
Yeah. And
No,
if-
like-
I don't think
karate
it's
kick each other.
falling for it. I don't think, yeah.
yeah, I think that he understands what you're doing, but likes you anyway, so he's giving you money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe you should try just one time. Because if it doesn't work, he's not going to break up with you. Maybe one time try being like, listen, I'm having a rough month. Like, can you buy dinner for us? And seeing if he falls for it, I guess.
So using honesty?
Yes, using honesty.
Ooh.
Using
I
is
know,
maybe
I know.
still
I
not
know.
the verb.
Listen, we're still...
Being,
Yes.
fuck this
on.
boat. This
Fuck this
sucks.
boat. Like-
I think Austin hit on something that I was just gonna let go because it was I was satisfied with the forward progress of using honesty. But honesty is not something you use on someone like it's a Pokemon move that lowers their defense.
It's not a cudgel.
It is not like a debuff. It's something that you do.
You do because it's nice and it's like the right thing.
Yeah. Right, exactly. You do it for its own sake.
Because you're a nice person who does nice.
Theoretically, you're a nice person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Are you saying that sarcastically, or is this helping?
No, it's helping.
I honestly can't tell anymore.
No, I've never been able to tell, and I think that's part of the charm.
That's part
Gotcha.
of her.
All right, you want me to try the boat?
I mean, to be honest, not really, because
Okay.
I'm the one doing all the work.
Well, the boats
Oh, wait,
work.
And I did the
I also
work
didn't
of getting
think
here.
you were
I got like 25 fucking stars.
That's true. And if you appreciate all the work that Kyle's doing, you can go to content.biz and help pay us for our work.
Don't go into the wall. It looks like you're going right into that wall.
Yeah. It looks like this is pretty tough, Kyle.
This is ridiculous.
This reminds me of I grew up you could generously say that I grew up on a farm, I guess. But I did have to do stuff.
That would be pretty generous to say.
Well, it's technically a farm. But I did have to do a lot of like farm stuff as chores, including like driving tractors and putting stuff in the tractors and bringing it somewhere to dump it. That's farm work. And this sort of reminds me of having to back up a tractor that has a wagon on the back out of the garage.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. And it's where it's just like this nightmare of like, I'm turning left and going in reverse, so I'm going the direction that I want to go, but the tractor behind me is going in the exact wrong way.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
You grew up on a farm, so does that mean like you're a 5-year-old trying to back up a tractor?
No, because I consider growing up to go past 5.
Okay.
This was, I would say that I started doing this at like 12, and I started doing it with permission at like 14.
Yeah, 12 is a normal farm age to start driving tractors. And I'm not being sarcastic about that one. My mom grew up on a farm.
What kind of farm?
Well, let's see. It was probably in like the 40s when they were starting getting refrigerators and color TVs.
Oh, we got a cutscene here.
This is a cutscene.
Oh,
this might actually legit be the final boss.
Come on in, Mama Peach.
If you beat this game on the stream, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you getting all the shines, or are you just beating this game and moving on?
Just beating this game.
Nice.
Which, by the way, is most of the shines, right?
How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Because the only other shines in the game are the ones that you like.
I can't believe
spray
they have
off the wall.
voices and they're speaking English.
I know, it's bizarre. You almost didn't notice.
Mario's the worst.
Yeah.
Like, as a
He's
person?
breaking up this happy family of Peach, Bowser, and their child.
Oh, give me the guide. Let me...
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
Obviously, Peach and Bowser are in love, and that's their child, and Mario's trying to break them up.
No, I think you missed a telltale glance from Peach.
I guess so. I can't really see that good on the screen.
That's fair.
But what if they were in love, and like Peach, like, is she like giving that look like ew, Mario's here? And like, why wouldn't you want to date Bowser? Bowser obviously has multiple castles. He has lava in the castles.
I'll say
he's a good father.
2 things. One, just because you are attracted to Bowser and think that maybe he would be a good boyfriend doesn't mean that that's something that Peach wants. And then the second thing is
please don't trick Bowser.
The second thing is please don't trick Bowser and don't use honesty against him. And then the third thing is Peach doesn't have to date Mario either.
I am shocked by how simple this is.
Oh yeah, you just gotta look at the stars.
The rest of my good tips.
Oh yeah, let's see some more good tips.
Look at that shit, huh?
Another good tip I think is when you're trying to get a man is also like ignoring them.
Is what?
Excuse me?
Ignoring
them. Like, you know, you give them attention, but then you ignore them.
That's a classic.
Did you? So Courtney, it sounds kind of like you're like a reverse men's rights activist. You're like sort of like
what is that?
That isn't news.
Wait, a reverse men's activist. A woman's activist?
I'm conflating 2 different terms for shitheads.
I think I'm like a female pickup artist.
That's exactly what I was
That's
going to
it. I'm tipping my fedora right now.
Immediately, yeah.
So I'm glad that
giant fedora.
Get up there. Fuck
I'm glad that the liberty I took with men's rights activists versus pickup artists was still clear.
As much as pickup artists is terrible and dumb, I think there's some nuggets of truth that doesn't work on all people. No. I mean, like, they are terrible and dumb. Like, he told me, like, he never wants me to play the pickup artist game, which is comedy genius. But he's like, it's trash.
Oh my god, did I just die? Are you fucking kidding me? I just
literally
fucking beat this
That was
fucking
the end of
game and died.
Oh. Well, you got it. This is an easy fight.
This
though.
is you got.
This time you're gonna beat it.
It is like everything in Mario Sunshine. It's easy in theory, but the devil is in the details because, like, just the slightest shit can kill you for no reason in this game.
Yeah. Sorry, Courtney, I wanted to hear again what you said that I said about pickup artists.
Because I was saying, like, you know, that pickup artist game, it's total trash, but I think the acting in it is funny. Because this guy does not know how to talk like a human.
Oh, the video game, like the pickup artist
the video
game.
Yeah, he does not talk. He does not talk like he's ever been on this earth.
Yeah, no.
He's like a British Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
Like if Tommy Wiseau was ever of this earth, he would be this man.
Yeah. So Courtney wanted us to maybe play that game during a stream with her, and I said no way in hell.
You guys are breezing straight past pickup artist video game in a way that's
sorry. There is an FMV, a live action FMV dating sim made by a shitty Pua.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize how much of that you had.
It got banned from Sony stopped it from releasing and everything. It was like a really surprising, like on the PS4. That is, it came out on PC.
Yeah, it is. It's really bad. Like the dialogue is bad. His advice is terrible.
Yeah, I mean these are bad.
Terrible.
These are bad people with a bad everything. Everything about it is so bad.
Hey guys, this is all bad.
Yeah, it's on big bad. Like Bowser. It's sort of like Bowser, how it's a piece of big bad.
But I'm just saying, like, I think it's interesting to watch what men think a woman would find attractive.
I think that that's one version of what men think women find attractive that I don't need.
Wow!
Man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
You fell through the cracks again. That's crazy. Are there any sunshine
Kyle, people are saying you should use your rocket to launch out of the clutch free falls. Hallicin said that.
Yeah, that I was thinking about that, but it doesn't fucking work when I fall through the floor. Oh, that didn't really do great.
Maybe you got a glitch game, and this is where you find out the game's broken only for you.
Oh, nice.
No, this game's always just been broken generally.
Oh,
in
man.
a more general sense.
Man.
Do we have unlimited tries?
No.
What happens if we get a game over?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do the fucking lava boat thing again.
Wow, that would be a nightmare.
Oh, I have a note.
Okay, what's a note?
Okay, my friend, my old roommate and I. My old roommate and I. Oh no, we were having an argument about how people have free will and stuff.
Okay.
We shouldn't jail people we shouldn't pre-jail people because they have free will to not do bad stuff. And I was saying that we should jail people if they have a high rate of being pedophiles. And she's like, well, they could have the free will to not be pedophiles. I was like, this can't be the hill you die on. You can't. You're not gonna die on.
Well, that's a terrible argument. You can't just say you need to agree with me because carrying on this argument is ridiculous.
I really admire Courtney's ability to take a topic that I feel confident in, which is like prison abolition, and then turning it into but now it's about the the hardest version of this conversation.
Oh no! I'm just saying if there's a straight line that we can have a gray area, but as soon as you get to pedophile and murder, you have to die right away, and that's my line. Everything else is fine.
Wait, so this is about the death penalty. This isn't about.
I mean, Courtney, are you also considering the fact that pedophilia is a mental disorder?
Yeah, but I feel like that's not the hill to die on. I
guess it's the hill for them to die.
Right, but this was a conversation, not like a hill to die on, right?
Yeah. You're not.
Well,
you weren't on a hill. You were talking.
How long was this argument that you were having?
It was about 2 hours because we were watching Voltron, and then I don't know how we got on this topic about free will.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Sounds like you guys know how to watch Voltron.
Yeah.
You guys are really seeing to the thematic cores of Voltron.
Yeah. It's I mean, I guess what's the...
No!
Jump. Do it again.
No! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Don't fail.
That sucks. But that was a very
I'm not
tense
even
moment.
mad because
You were so close.
That was amazing. I guess I want to know, Courtney. Are you asking a question? I guess is what.
I'm just saying, like, okay, if you have a tendency to like murder animals, and we see that, and you keep murdering animals even though you had therapy.
Okay.
I mean, like,
but murdering animals
have slid from active killer or pedophile to propensity to kill animals.
You're talking about
pro animal, like,
you're talking about the anime psychopaths, and why don't we just shoot people when their bar is red?
yes.
What? Hey, Courtney, why are you picking this sort of stuff?
Yeah, but the other thing is that killing animals is already a crime. That's like already like murdering like dogs and stuff is already against the law. And so if you're into putting people in prison, you can already do it based on the existing law. If that's your thing.
Come on.
But I feel like, some people do it in secret. Like, you know how that cop just got
how
arrested?
would you know? If they did it in secret, how would you know?
Yeah, but he got arrested before for shoplifting.
Okay.
And people never thought it was weird.
So you want to kill
never thought it was
shoplifters
weird.
because they maybe killed animals?
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Right? And then the people that shoplift, they're like the only thing that they needed was like toothpaste or whatever the fuck they stole.
Oh,
they don't.
Okay, I have a reply to that. Okay, he was shoplifting. Shoplifting dog repellent, and no one thought that was weird. A cop was shopping for dog repellent. He's a cop. They probably get it from the cop store of dog repellent. Why does he need dog repellent? Someone should look at.
I don't
First
even
of all,
know what
cops
you're
are-
trying to say.
I think I understand. I think that there was a cop that was
the
secretly
California
killing.
killer?
There was a cop.
No, the
that-
California.
No, I don't know the
State
California
killer.
killer.
This
Austin,
just happened.
who is the California killer? Austin.
The Golden State Killer. I am not the person to have this conversation about, but was a serial killer, serial rapist, serial burglar who killed, I want to say, a dozen murders and like 50 plus rapes. Really terrifying person. Lots of stuff that was like torture and forcing people to watch crimes happen. Turned out to be a cop, an ex-cop who. It's like a fucked up, very fascinating story that just came out last week. And one of the things was that he got fired as a cop for having stolen a hammer and dog repellent, which is like some real, like, oh, okay, you're a killer type, like, receipt situation.
Yeah, if you're okay. So I thought that he was stealing dog repellent from a store. Which is different because then maybe it was for the job. It's complicated because there's a cop involved. Austin, why do you say I'm not the person to talk about this? Is it just because you?
I don't know it that well.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay. I thought there was like a secondary thing.
I'm certain there are people in the chat right now who are like.
I want to throw this controller right now. I'm pretty sure that's fucking game over.
That's a game over.
Oh,
let's see where it brings us, and maybe we can take a break and come back to it
I'll tell
later.
you exactly where it's gonna fucking bring me. The hub world.
But the hub world's all underground.
all water.
Yeah,
underwater
it's all water now.
It's not underground.
Lucky
I don't know
for
what the
me.
fuck I'm talking about.
Oh wait, no, now it's not flooded.
So maybe you can go right to.
Let's see
else.
where it brings us. I'm not feeling good about it though. Okay. So I guess the end of the story is no, Courtney, you can't put people into jail because you think maybe they're going to commit a crime.
Jail.
You cannot pre-jail people.
Especially because you also have to think about when you're. This is a crazy slippery slope you're talking about. You're basically talking
this is
about
the end of the slope. You slipped all the way down the slope, and you're at putting people in jail.
Well, what she's really talking about is profiling people based on shoplifting. So it's like that's
Well,
just
not
gonna.
just shoplifting. But I just mean, like, if you're weird, okay, now you're pointing out all, like, the bad logic in my logic. I'm starting to see where it can go wrong.
Here's, I get where you're coming from when you say all this stuff. What you want is an easy solution to difficult problems.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you want to be able to say, like, well, if they're stealing weird shit that makes them look like a murderer, why don't we just put them in jail because they're clearly a murderer? But like, at the end of the day, you can't. You can only charge people with the crimes they commit.
Right. And the answer, the reason for that is because a lot of us buy weird shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And we've decided as a culture it's worth the terrible risk of letting shitty people buy stuff, weird stuff, and not arresting them so that you and I don't go to jail because we bought a hammer and some dog repellent. Listen, sometimes I got to do some work around the house, and also I'm afraid of dogs.
I don't like dogs. Just ask Love That Goku. Sometimes dogs attack you.
Yeah.
And you need to defend yourself from dogs.
It basically comes from the idea that a guilty person going free is better than an innocent person getting imprisoned.
And then, but the other thing is that, like, the idea that, like, oh, wouldn't it be a lot easier and a lot safer for me if it was harder for criminals, is the exact sort of reasoning that goes into, like the idea that we can have a culture built on rules that only apply to some people. The idea that, like, oh, well, I have my freedom to do whatever I want, and then the people that I think are criminals, or maybe we can have harsher rules for them, is how you get, like, a lot of bad shit that happens in our country. And the idea, like, that feeling comfortable and safe is why it's such an appealing idea. And why it seems like it makes sense. Like, well, it makes sense. I'm not a murderer, so I'm not going to buy any murderer shit. Until you fucking do, then. And, good luck, I guess.
Wait, because it's so easy to imagine buying some normal ass shit, and then later someone be like, don't you see how that makes you look like a fucking murderer? And be like, dude, oh damn, I look like a fucking murderer. I didn't realize.
Dude, forget about who's actually stealing stuff. Like, how many crazy stories do you see about, like someone, a clerk who was working at a store got nervous about a black person being in the store and, like, called the cops because they thought that they were, like, gonna rob the store, and the guy was like, I was just walking around waiting for someone to help me because I needed help finding what I was looking for. Like, we already have that problem.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We didn't think about these parts when I was just saying I want to jail a pedophile.
No, but that's why it's fun to talk about, though.
Yeah,
right.
That's I always love talking about the things that you and your friends forgot to talk about. That's my favorite part of these marathons. I think we covered most of those bases. I really thought this was a prison abolition question at the start, and it turned out to be something way different. And then I thought it was about pedophiles.
It's still sort of about both of those things.
And also I have something, a revelation.
Okay.
Most of my people, well, I don't know if I should say this, but I feel like most of the people in my class have gone to jail, or they've been criminals.
No.
You're safe. You got this. You got this.
Yes.
Nice.
You're getting way better at that.
After dying so much.
Do you find that your friends that have been to jail have, appreciate that experience?
No.
Did it set them back on the right track?
No. I just feel like a lot of them, because like a lot of the people talk in my class, and they're like, I smoke, like, because this one guy in the class, he just smokes a lot of weed and then come to class smelling like weed, but like he's driving and smoking blunts in the car, and like I'm thinking like
cool.
he should definitely get arrested. But like a lot of people seem to do blunts and drive around in Atlanta, so I'm like, is this common that people just smoke weed and drive?
Yeah, it's wicked common. Super common. Yeah, I spent my
don't
entire
they know that's illegal?
Yeah, people do a lot of illegal shit all the time on purpose.
Like, all the time.
I spent my entire high school. I didn't smoke weed at the time, and I spent my entire high school like hanging out with my friends who would like. They would just smoke and drive around at night, and we would just
down the street smoking endo.
Yeah,
I never done this.
It's right there in the lyrics.
It's right there. That's what that song is about.
It's a pastime until.
But it's illegal.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, people rap about illegal stuff sometimes. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Yeah, but that's okay. But I feel like normal people shouldn't be smoking blunts and driving cars.
Yeah, you're right. Like, we're not arguing. Like,
I know. I'm kind of arguing. I don't know.
Like, Yeah.
It doesn't seem safe.
I know that it's.
You're right.
I don't.
It's not safe.
I would never do that because if I smoked any weed, it would make me way not able to drive. But like saying someone should get arrested is a heavy sentence.
Yeah.
And also, like, I've been keeping notes on all my classmates. I don't know their names, so I only know them by their
Why
faces.
are you like a fucking FBI rat? Like, all the time. What are you doing?
You're Harriet the Spy with your fucking book.
I keep notes on all my friends and all my roommates.
Why?
And I used
For
to
what?
keep all their information and data with me, just so I can know what happens to them.
You're like a one-person NSA. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Because what if I need to know something about them or something happens
Ask
to them?
Mario!
But I mean, I can, but like, what if they're not like capable and I need to take care of them?
Capable of what? Of
don't know.
answering? Like, you're saying, like, what if something horrible happened to your friends and you need to know, like, the last 4 digits of their social security number?
Yes. I mean, I have social security numbers of people that they have given it to me.
What?
People give me their social security numbers when they go out the country, so I can make sure that they're safe.
Who's trusting you with that?
A lot of people. Obviously.
A lot of people.
I'm not telling you.
Why not? I don't know them or their social.
People that are close to me.
Well, like your mom?
Well, definitely I know my mom's
Forrest?
social security. He gave it to me once.
You could probably recite her mom's social security.
But I think he also has my social security number.
And how does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, you can't really do anything with it, I think. But anyway, I like to keep track of what people are doing and what they're eating and what kind of history they have.
You're just like, I just feel
Every
so
time.
strongly that you're just like a nosy neighbor that calls the cops on people when they see a car they don't recognize.
No, I just because also why I like to keep track of what people are eating and drinking and how they are living is because, like, it also affects how they look. And that's important when you do for cosmetology.
That sucked. Courtney, I'm sorry, I missed that last little bit.
Well, it's important that I keep track of people and what they're eating and doing is because it's important to how they look. Because, like, you know, like how sometimes, like, when people eat really bad, you can tell because of how they look.
Sure. I will...
So
I'm tentatively agreeing with what you're saying.
So that's why, like, you know, like, one of my friends, like, they were eating a lot of fast food, and they're like, ugh, why do I have such bags in around? I was like, from all my notes, I know, you won't eat Mickey D's. Constantly you eat McDonald's. That's why you look like shit all the time.
Do you think maybe just that they're not getting enough sleep, though?
No, they were getting enough sleep. They just ate really poorly.
How do you know?
And when, what do you mean, how do I know?
How do you know they were getting enough sleep? Do you have notes on that, too?
Well, yes, obviously I have notes on when people sleep.
Oh my god, how did you get that? What is going on?
FU4Al says, Courtney, you kind of sound like a murderer.
Yeah,
like you would be jailed and killed in your world.
That's another classic piece of this, is eventually Courtney always comes up with this conspiracy to which she would be submitted. Yeah. I mean, this was a few years ago, but the theme of that was, like, the things that Courtney would do if she ruled the world.
Right, yes.
That was, like, I think the first appearance of this segment.
Come on.
Fucker. But
I'm just saying.
It just always feels like you're asking to be, like, you're begging for a classic Twilight Zone voiced by your own petard. Like, you're begging for it.
No, I'm not begging for it. I'm just saying, because my mom taught me if I kept notes on my teachers to figure out why they kept failing me, that would help me not fail in my class. So I kept notes on that.
Tell you to study?
Well, she did. But
why didn't she tell you to take notes on what you were learning instead of notes on your teacher?
Well, I was studying, but this was like the time when I was in art history, and I failed art history 4 times in a row with the same teacher.
Yeah.
So I started stalking him to figure out where he lived and what books he wrote.
Oh my god.
Okay, well that's
much worse.
I know.
Yes!
Nice.
Fuck
dude, nice.
yes!
I mean, this is not. I mean,
You suck. I rule. Fuck you, Bowser.
Did he do
fuck
it?
you,
Fuck
Bowser.
Mario
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Fuck this game.
I'm so glad that this was like the one mainline Mario game I think that I haven't finished, so that's good.
You did it.
You did it. You did it.
Finally, you broke up a
And-
family.
Courtney, you said you were stalking your teacher
Like a second ago.
like a second ago.
Oh,
We're
you
talking
heard
about
that?
like low grade
Again,
stalking.
so we said even before that, you sound like a murderer.
Well,
and
I wanted
then
to know
you
what he
admitted
was
to
like.
stalking.
Did Flood
I
die?
want. No, it was only
Flood,
through, like,
talk
Google.
to me. All right,
Oh my
let's
God.
actually
Yeah,
fucking
let's watch
for real.
this.
This took me like 2 years. Let's watch.
You
it.
deserve this. This moment. Aw.
So much
Oh.
assistance.
Oh,
How
a
did he
big
die?
help.
No.
You know, he never got better straps to keep it from being stolen.
You're fucking right. Better straps, man.
Better straps.
Light that shit up.
Someone call Cinemasins and tell them that this game forgot about straps.
Oh, I fucking hate
I fucking hate Cinemasins. Oh boy.
They do the everything wrong with blame.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
like
you
in
got it.
12 minutes, we'll show you a really, really out of context version of what's wrong with this movie, where a lot of times we just straight up lie.
Oh,
I don't know if
Whoa.
you guys knew
I
that.
know she's not really my mama.
Aw. Poor Bowser Jr. It wasn't his fault.
Someday, when I'm bigger,
I'm gonna kidnap my own mom.
I wanna fight that Mario again.
But the cycle of
Aw.
violence continues. You know?
Um,
nothing changes because it's all the same.
oh, there's more cutscene. Great. This is like more cutscene than the entire game put together.
It literally is.
Wait, so what are they gonna do with his body?
You mean the robot?
they
The
fixed
yeah, he's
him.
fixed.
Slasher.
He's alive.
Vacation
Slash them.
starts now.
Oh, now he's a party bot.
Sick.
Now his tank
He's
is just
alive.
full of vodka.
Um,
He's like, shots for everyone.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
He's literally vomiting out like his own liquids.
Anyway, if you're interested in why Cinemasins is so bad, there's plenty of really good videos
that Bob
catching
guy?
them in
That-
egregious lies, where they are literally just making up that the movie is bad, and also just really, really lazy ones.
A good version of Cinemasin is Cinema Wins, where they talk about all the good stuff in movies.
Is that the same guys?
No, it's a
Okay.
different guy.
Okay.
But it's
So-
real. You're not just inventing this thing.
Yeah, are you...
Yeah, they're just
Okay.
they're just saying things like that's what's good about the movie.
Oh, okay. That
like
sounds nice.
all the good stuff, like costuming
There
and
was,
like action and
That
characters.
sounds great.
Austin, this
Yeah, it is great. I love it.
this is one that really, really, I saw that someone showed this video to me because of what it contained. They did a Sins video for the original Blade Runner, for the release of the new Blade Runner, and they gave it a ding. They gave it a ding for. They gave it a ding for. It's the future, but everything is old.
Oh my god.
Just like real life?
I know, they really did that. They really criticized Blade Runner like it was a mistake that everything is shitty and broken, even though it's the future.
Wait. This goes into my theory. Wasn't he like a terrible person who did
Who?
terrible things?
Blade Runner?
Cinemasins. No,
Oh,
Cinemasins.
I don't know. Probably they suck. They
I
probably.
think wasn't he like a rapist or something?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that guy.
Oh, because I
Did I
think
get
like
my
it came out he was like a sexual
sunglasses?
predator, and like he was a bad person with bad thoughts, and so like he made bad content. Obviously, put
The
two and two
paintbrush
together.
Well, there's plenty of people that make bad content that are just
Or just bad at content.
yeah, they're just people trying their best.
Oh,
Or well, there's plenty of people that just aren't good at making it that are trying their
Yes.
best. Yeah.
But not Cinemasins, who should try harder.
They should just stop. Please just
They should
stop.
just stop.
They should just stop.